167 Video Game Podcast.
Ha ha! Yes, whether it's a beer, a shot, or even a glass of wine, grab your favorite beverage and welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. We are your hosts, Al G857,
The 23rd Stallion.
Sticks.
Turbo 857.
And your boy Big Shock, what up?
Yeah.
And tonight, we have the return of a very special guest that requires no introduction, but knowing us, we're going to give him an introduction. He is the founder of Electric Playground, the longest running program dedicated to gaming and geek news, reviews, and commentary in the world.
Yes.
So it comes as no surprise that he's also the host of the EPN YouTube channel, which is home to a bunch of great shows such as The Rundown, Reviews on the Run, and his very own weekly podcast, Vic's Basement, among others. Please give a warm round of applause as we welcome the return of a living legend of this gaming media shit, Victor!
Oh my God.
Lucas!
Yes!
I need to get a wrestling outfit. I'm prepared. I gotta throw some chairs around. That's crazy. That's awesome. Thanks for having me back, you guys.
Yes,
Welcome back. Man.
yes,
Welcome
thanks
back.
for coming back.
Yes, man. It's
Absolutely.
awesome. Pleasure.
He said this video game shit. Sounded so
He
angry.
went straight meathead. He was like intellectual, very thoughtful and heartfelt,
and then just
then went
meathead.
straight meathead.
Oh,
Uncensored, man. Uncensored.
I liked it.
Whatever you want.
I liked it.
we're gonna do things a little bit differently today for this podcast.
Okay.
We're gonna actually start off with the news.
We're switching it up.
Yeah. So we got 4 news topics, and we're gonna go ahead and start with this one.
Yeah, we're going to burn through them.
Yeah.
All right.
High level production, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing
You guys
better.
spent some
nothing
money on your theme music. I love it.
Yeah, man. All right. PAX West will be the first big in-person gaming event since the start of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So
That's what's up.
Exciting.
yes, it is exciting. So I mean, we haven't been to any live, PAX at all ever.
Or anything live.
Well,
Or
yeah.
anything.
In person, yeah.
Are you guys gonna take the trip out west? Are you gonna come out to Seattle?
Love to.
We would
When
love
is it?
to.
I'd love to.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
when
PAX
is-
East.
when is
Maybe
Pa-
PAX East.
when is PAX West?
September.
PAX East.
I keep forgetting when is
When
PAX
is PAX
West?
West?
I don't know the exact date. I know the
September.
tickets are $60 a day or $2 something for 4 days.
Oh.
Okay.
It's not
too bad.
terrible.
That's not terrible.
It's better than Comic-Con prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't walk there though. That's the
true.
problem.
That's true.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, after
You
the
gotta pay for the hotels and
Yeah.
oh yeah,
it's a
no,
big
it's a
trip.
lot of extra stuff. I just sleep in the
Yeah.
car, man.
Yeah.
Let's bring a pillow. Pillows are a lot cheaper than a whole hotel.
Just buy a
Yeah,
tent.
this is going to be a weird one, like prepping all of these events again, because people are like nobody's going to know how distant they have to be
Yep.
from each other, and it's not going to be immediately. Let's all go back to. It won't be New York Comic Con right away. It's going to take a little bit of time, I think.
I don't know about that because there's always sickness that flows around all these conventions anyway. So I think that they won't
Yeah.
notice a big difference because they're gonna be like, oh, I got the cold, I got something. I'm coughing.
Well, I mean, Comic Con, they don't take any precautions. They be
So-
coming in with no showering, no nothing. So if they do the same thing during this,
yeah, I think they'll try and stay over here.
yeah.
And I don't think they're gonna listen because by that time, I think people will be more used to trying to get things back to normal anyway. So I guess we'll see.
They already are, and New York's already opened up, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
have been
Yeah.
to concerts, and,
Yeah.
and people are not wearing masks, or they are.
They're not.
Outdoors,
they don't have
no.
to. They don't have to. Like
If
you
you're
come into.
vaccinated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't tell.
Well,
kind of
some places.
It depends on where you go.
And it's the
Yeah.
honor system, basically. You can wear your mask if you want to, but
Yeah, it
nobody's
depends.
really checking the.
Like bars
'Cause
and
we know
stuff
a
like
lot of
that
people
in the
lying.
city, they require you wear the mask inside, take your temperature, but
Right.
like when you walk in, they're like, when you sit down, obviously take it off
Yeah,
or whatever.
right.
Depends on the establishment.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, I can walk into a deli or something and be like, okay, I'm good. You got to believe me. But,
You gotta believe me. I just want a loaf of bread.
Yeah.
No soup
I mean,
for
it
you.
does feel good to be
Yeah, so
vaccinated.
maybe Comic Con, because it's October for Comic Con,
Yeah.
so I'm sure they're ramping back up to do that.
I
I
know.
love that
Yeah.
event, by the way. New York Comic Con's amazing,
Yeah.
but maybe it'll be masks. People will have to wear the masks, and then it'll still be that crush of humanity, but everybody will have masks on.
It'll be part of their
theme.
costume.
Mask and
Everybody will be a ninja.
Yeah.
or
You get
something.
a Batman.
It's going to be a lot of Sub-Zeros and Scorpions.
Yes,
yes.
Mortal Kombat.
Bane.
A lot of Electra, Katana, Melinas.
Bane will probably be the best.
No,
though,
Bane is-
because he would have the gas man. Like, don't worry, I'm safe.
I gotta change
Don't
the
pull it.
filter. I gotta change the filter. Hold on.
Somebody will pull the pipe off the back of it.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is how you get them.
Every bald bodybuilder right now is like,
Guaranteed.
good. Cosplay is set.
Yeah.
They've been waiting
Love
for
it.
it.
And we'll still see a bunch of Wonder Woman. No mask.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm with it.
Time.
Hey, if they're vaccinated, they're vaccinated.
But I mean, I'm happy to see that somebody is trying to start this back up. And you know, after one
Yeah.
thing does it, a lot of things will be like, well, let's see how it goes.
Right.
And then we'll see if we can, you know, if they're profitable, if they get enough things and nothing goes crazy,
Yeah.
we'll open up our doors.
Yeah.
So we're on the path.
I mean, you guys were all double vaxxed at this
yeah,
point,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got mine today. And so, like, I think that's the thing, right? Like, why did we do that? We went through all of this. We kind of need to reclaim our lives again. But, you know, shit's going to go wrong. Something's going to screw up, right? And so it's going to be start, stop, and we'll figure it out.
Hopefully it'll be.
But it does feel like life is
Yes.
coming back.
Yeah.
At least there's a step in that direction.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll be more like the
Totally.
regular flu rather than
Yeah.
some devastating thing.
Yep.
And then you can be like, okay, that's fine. All right.
I just want to go to some of these events, man. I'm dying for it, man.
I'm just trying to go outside.
I'd like to leave this room.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm sick of my basement. I feel you guys. I've shot way too much in here. I would like to shoot outside.
Soon. It's coming. It's
Soon.
coming.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, like I would love to be able to go to PAX West.
PAX East. Once it comes to East, then we'll think about it.
Yeah, I'm like, no, you're not trying to go nowhere, dude. It's like-
It's like I'm not going there. No.
oh my god.
But it'll be nice to be able to see people who,
Yeah.
you know, people have been, you know, in contact all year through the internet, and finally maybe people show up together and, you know, meet.
I want to meet everybody, man.
Are you guys going to make the pilgrimage to E3 next year? I'm sure they're going to do a live event next year. You guys going to
E3,
come?
yeah.
I would
Heck yeah.
love
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you your views
Yeah.
on how E3 was later, but but yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely.
We
But
do want to
yes.
go. Badly,
Okay.
very badly.
Penny Arcade is the ones to step out and try and do something for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Looking forward. Topic number 2. All right. PS4 may be losing one of its biggest exclusive games soon. And what game might that be? Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima.
Oh, really?
Tsushima.
They're losing it.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's not.
It's a
not-
rumor.
yeah, it's
a
just
rumor.
it's just something that was on Amazon. They had a picture of the cover, and it changed, and it no longer says, you know, only on PlayStation, and it had like the online mode thing on there. So it is a new picture. It's just not. They didn't just erase that one part. But I mean, it's not an official thing, and it was a mistake apparently. But you know, they've had which ones dropped? They're doing what was it? What was it? They had 3 titles. They had
Days
Detroit,
Horizon.
Horizon, and the new one was
Days.
Days
Days
Gone.
Gone was the
Yeah.
last one to come out, and then
Yeah.
they already announced that they're bringing
Yeah.
not Last of Us, the other one,
First of us.
Uncharted 4.
Uncharted.
Uncharted
Okay.
4. They announced that they were bringing out to PC also. So that's all. That's a lot of their exclusives.
Yeah.
Has that been confirmed? Has Uncharted been confirmed for PC?
Last I heard that was
I heard that
definitely
was-
one that they were.
I thought that was
doing,
just a
but
rumor. But if they confirmed it, that's cool.
These are
It's
just
still-
rumors as far as I know.
It's still just 4, so they didn't bring out a collection or anything. So it might be.
That's so
I would
weird.
think that they bring the collection beforehand, just to rather than start you out at
yeah.
4.
Just 4.
So we'll see. We'll
some
see.
nonsense.
But I mean, the Sony stance on exclusivity is changing. None of those titles are brand new. And if they were to bring out Ghost, that's like the closest one to a newer title, and it's pretty fast if you consider when it actually came out.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you know, people are always mad at Xbox because if I buy an Xbox, why do I need an Xbox? It's coming out on PC. I'll just have it on my PC.
Yeah.
And like Sony is like, all right, if I need it just for Sony, Sony's is Sony. I need a Sony to play it. But now if that's all on PC, everyone's like, yeah, you know, I got the PC. I don't need any of your systems or nothing. So, I mean, it's only
Master Race.
the companies don't really like, as long as they keep their main titles on. I haven't seen like a Ratchet and Clank announced or anything like that. They still have exclusivity on a lot of their newer titles, but for that extra money, you know, all these titles are like $20 now. Like the $20 games. If they announce God of War, that's another story too. But
That's a big one.
you can pick up God of War for
That'll come
$7
for sure.
$10 at most times.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
God
like
of War.
for
I don't think that would
7
make the jump.
7.
Well, I'm saying if it does come out and they you know they charge $50, $40 rather than the $10 to $20 that they're charging, that's more money in their pockets. Plus, there's a lot of people that didn't get to pick up the PS5 or anything right now, and maybe they didn't pick up Sony at all. And they're like, I'll just pick up their game, so they get a little extra pocket change.
Yeah.
So they could try and.
I don't think anybody should be mad about that. I think people should say, Sony, you spend a fortune on these games because they're all like, you're talking about masterpieces
Hundreds of
there.
millions.
Might as well sell them to as many people as you can, and then you're going to reinvest on more masterpieces for us, you know? And so PlayStation fans are going to get it 1st, but the lines between these machines are really blurring,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
especially as they're all getting into the streaming, like there's going to be a PlayStation app
Cloud streaming,
on
man.
smart
Yeah.
TVs probably within 2
You're
years.
gonna have a
you know?
lock on the cloud. Like you can only sign in on your Sony
Yeah.
account to play this. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not gonna be a system anymore. It's just like a
Right.
TV or your phone or
It's
whatever.
going to be an app. Yeah.
Sooner or later, not quite yet, but in a
service.
good 5 to 10 years, easily.
Subscription service.
So
Yeah.
guarantee you're gonna have to sign in with that elusive password that costs you like $50. You're gonna have to have them for each system,
I gotta change it again. I got hacked,
and they're gonna steal all your stuff.
and somehow they got into my Citibank through it. I don't know how. Again, it's 5 times in 2 months.
Drop Citibank. It's garbage.
Oh, man.
But I mean, the fact that they're making more money, I don't know why people would get mad online, but it is online, and you know how people get, and they want to keep their titles.
Right.
But if it's on PC, I mean, people are going to hack it. They're going to make it look better. They're going to add mods. I mean, for the good or worse, they're going to add mods. Have you seen Resident Evil? I mean,
Dear Lord.
we know.
Oh, yeah.
We know.
Oh, yeah.
She's coming after you.
Oh, yeah.
But, oh,
But I
man.
want her to catch me.
Yeah, exactly. Who wants to fight her? But on PC, things can be adjusted to look better or worse.
Right.
For the good, But it allows more freedom. So if it's on PC, that's pretty cool. You get to see some stuff like, when they come out with newer things on the graphics cards and stuff, they can add it to there way before the PlayStation ever get it. So it's pretty cool what they can possibly do. And then, some companies are lazy. They give you a bad port, and the community steps up and they start to fix it and add more things. And maybe more people play online and stuff like that. So especially if they add it to the community where maybe if they go online, they can cross-play to you, and then more people will be playing it.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a positive to it. So I don't care. Let's do it. If it's coming out, do it. I don't care.
I think it's all
I have it on the
positive.
PlayStation.
I don't think there's a way to stop it. I mean, especially with the aggressiveness of Game Pass and what Microsoft is slowly getting into with xCloud right now. They're really changing the whole way that people are going to think about buying games. They really are. Especially when all of their the big titles that they've been spending money on, Starfield and all that stuff, become launch
On Game Pass.
exclusives through Game Pass.
Yeah.
That's going to be a really. I mean, we saw that with the baseball game this year with MLB 21, the show. There were a lot of people able to kind of poke fun of the PlayStation fans out there
$70.
for having to spend $70 to buy the game, or you just have your. I mean, that's almost the whole year's subscription for Game Pass at that point, right? It's pretty crazy.
A lot of people were like, I got to buy this game. And I was like, it's on Game Pass. But I got to buy it for PlayStation.
Right.
I was like, but it's on Game Pass.
Exactly.
I have to buy that,
Yeah.
really.
How do they make money off of Game Pass?
Don't
Yeah, I
ask
wonder what the
questions, just let it
stats would
happen.
be on how many people bought Xbox
Because of it?
because of that one game.
A lot of people would come in and buy a
How many people
PlayStation
went
just
to
for
the-
the show. So, I mean, that was a couple of years ago
Yeah.
when it was bigger, but the fact that it's on a new platform and the fact that you can play it just on the service,
It's
It's
crazy.
a big deal,
Yeah.
man. Now it's like all those games, they
Yeah.
announced 27 games out of the 30-something they announced they're going to be on Game Pass. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to play everything they talked about and never been
So,
heard of.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And then PlayStation's like, would you, but 70 though. we're stuck on the $70 though. And no one really wants to accept that. I'm not mad at it because games cost money.
Of course.
Right.
But I'm not going out there. Oh, how dare them charge $70? But when you have something like Game Pass and that same exact game with slightly better graphics is available on Game Pass, I'm like, damn, that's a hard argument. So you guys have to either change PlayStation Now or figure it out, or just bring out your titles for $40 on the PC, and maybe people will forgive you a little bit.
That makes me feel bad about when I go in the eShop and I see a game for like 25. I'm like, oh, that's a little high. Does that drop down to 19 or something like that? Like,
You don't feel bad about
it's
that.
the worst.
You were
man.
lying.
It's terrible.
You don't feel bad.
The pricing is just it's an interesting
Yeah.
conundrum, right? Like it's all in flux right now. The value proposition, and it's a big thing about us as fans. It's what we talk about so much, and I don't know if that's a good thing for the medium. That we talk about how much games cost and whether they're worth that much money. I feel like we're kind of losing the plot a little bit about why we should play these things.
Yeah.
We're spending so much time kind of evaluating how much th're going to cost us.
Especially when
It seems silly, and I think that's what Xbox is trying to do right now. They're trying to just subvert that whole idea. You're going to have your monthly click on your credit card, and you're just going to. It's just another one of your services, and the cost of games is just for a lot of people now is just not something that they consider or even discuss anymore.
It's the Netflix of gaming.
Which is profound.
And free to play is like the biggest titles, so no one's paying anything. And Halo's going to be free to play as far as multiplayer. Like,
and this is like the highest frequency, like this era of games, like the highest frequency of games coming out ever.
And
like,
good, good.
Like
games.
again, it's like good quality must play games, and it's overwhelming.
Your low budget titles are like AAA titles.
Yeah, it's so over. Like I still haven't played Bayonetta.
It's true.
like I still haven't,
One.
and I just, and I just started playing Nier recently, which is 4 years old.
Yeah.
Technically,
that,
2017 or whatever. It's like I'm slowly catching up to all these titles.
And none of y'all played Bloodborne, and that's like 7, 8 years old.
2 years
now.
ago, I went through
I
the.
created my character in
Dead
Bloodborne.
Space.
Was it God of War? I finally started playing 2 years ago.
They give you time.
Yeah.
Bayonetta has been giving you time. They haven't come out with anything since Part 3's announcement.
Dead Space 1, 2, and 3.
I haven't touched the Dead Space series. It's like, damn, man.
So I mean,
Rough.
like, who's to say what Sony's gonna do when they're bringing out the games to PC? We'll see how many games they actually do, and if exclusivity even means anything to them by the time this generation's over.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be the huge shift. I think we are going to be there'll be account exclusivity like what we're seeing between Disney Plus and Netflix and stuff, but even there you'll see a lot of the same, I'm sure you guys are all surfing around on your video apps and you'll see a lot of the same movies and TV shows on a bunch of them.
One app.
And I think that's what's going to be a part with
What's
that?
One app. That's
You
it.
just played it.
The super app.
It does everything.
Does everything.
Somebody,
I order food through it. I can watch shows or whatever.
Amazon's going to own it.
I'll tell somebody else to sign in to the other stuff. I'll watch it from them. It's like, yeah, Disney. All right, I'll watch it the day after.
Well, speaking of apps,
Yeah. So Microsoft appears to be rolling out the Xbox Series X server blades for cloud gaming. So I was looking into it. I was like, what the hell is a server blade?
yeah, I don't know what the heck that is.
Dude, I wasn't gonna say anything. I'm like, what the hell did you just read? I don't even know what that is, dude. A server blade.
I've
Well,
never heard of
basically, it's the option in the older titles to play smoother and better frame rates and stuff like that, and they're adding them to their cloud-based service.
Mm-hmm.
So you can sign in one time and it'll be like, okay, this is your adjustments here, and it's like 30 frames per second or whatever. And then you sign in the next day and it's like your adjustments here is 60 frames per second and stuff. They just upped it. They made it better. And like I said, I didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah,
I thought they were going back to the Xbox blades.
That's a whole nother area where I just completely calm out and I'm just like,
on the
this-
360, the blades.
I thought they were talking about blades.
Yes. That's what I was thinking too. Okay, now we're on this. All right, now I'm feeling better about saying what I thought it was.
I was like, they added the.
I was like, that'd be
The
cool.
fan, the blades in the fan that keep it cool. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's exactly what I was
felt
thinking.
Just in case the Series X overheats.
Yeah. More blades is great.
More blades is good.
Closer shaves and everything. No, it's definitely not that.
I can't.
But the fact that they can upgrade the system, I mean, sometimes people think of that as a bad thing because if you don't have access to the internet, your games are pretty much trash because you need that first day download. But the fact that they can add things, especially that they're going to add more graphical things to make it even better down the line, because they've been talking about it in a technical sense. But, they'll add like, the, what is it? What's the thing when they add the shimmery, shiny, whatever?
Ray tracing?
Yes. There you go.
The shimmery, shiny. The shimmery,
Hey,
shiny.
it's shiny.
The shimmery, shiny. When they add ray tracing.
But he knew what you were
But I got it. I don't know how I figured that out either.
Ray
It's
tracing.
reflections. But when they add it, like say Spider-Man didn't have it, and then next time you play it, it's like, oh, they added ray tracing and 60 frames per second. Because otherwise it would have been 30 frames per second, but they dumbed down it's not 4K, it's 1080p. So they adjust things in the system like a PC without you actually going into the options to blow up your system.
Vic's going to start using that now. He's going to start saying shimmery and shiny.
Shimmery shiny, man. Shimmery shiny. He's coined the phrase.
He's going to take that.
I think John Linneman's going to start using that on Digital Foundry. You guys pointed
Shimmery
right
shiny.
Shimmery
to the
shiny.
new Digital Foundry.
I need to dumb it down for people. They don't know. They don't know what ray tracing means.
For me, please.
It's like blast process. It's a buzzword.
Shimmery shiny.
Blast processing.
I can't. I have nothing.
But I'm all for it, man. I'm all for them like upgrading older games to be better.
You know what's crazy about this cloud gaming stuff? When I visited David Perry when he was still running Shiny Entertainment back in 2005 or 2000, like early 2000s, we were interviewing him about something that the company made, and then we just went off on a tangent, and he was talking about the future of video games will be cloud connected over the internet. It will be bandwidth dependent, and you won't have to have the horsepower in your house because your screen will be connected to a pipe, and you can just transmit all of that data at the highest resolution possible through that pipe, and you'll just be sending the the information from your button clicks and your mouse and keyboard clicks through the internet, and you'll be getting a beautiful image back. And I was like, what the? It was like somebody just started speaking. I didn't know what the hell he was saying to me. I was like, poof. And then flash forward 10 years or so, and then he started Gaikai, which he sold to PlayStation, or he was part of Gaikai. He sold it to PlayStation. That became PlayStation Now. And we've seen a bunch of these different players along the way. And nothing's perfect. It's not quite there yet, but it's impressive. I mean, have you guys tested Stadia Tech at all?
That's what Wild Nines was about. No.
Yeah, right.
No, I did test Stadia.
We might
You tested Stadia, right?
Yeah.
I did test Stadia. It was actually better than I expected because our internet wasn't the best in the world. We do have a pretty good link to it, though, compared to like some people who are like, oh, I only got 6 megs up and stuff like that. We had like, what was it, like 20-something, 30-something? So it's not bad. It's actually pretty
it's
good.
not bad.
I played something that wasn't like super precise. I played Panzer Dragoon and stuff, and they had their exclusive title, like a little girl running around. I forgot the name of that game. But I didn't play anything like a fighting game or like something that required pinpoint accuracy. So for my, the latency on it was pretty much like if you played an emulator, if that doesn't bother you, then it wouldn't bother you on here. It's not like it stuttered and stopped my game or anything like that. So I was pretty impressed. And I tried Halo. No, I played Gears of War 5 on my phone through xCloud. And I didn't play the whole game. I just saw the title screen. I started up a little bit and walked around. I was like, this is my phone? Like it is playing, and it looked, it's a smaller screen, so the resolution and everything looked crazy on it. Yeah. And I was like, I'm actually playing on here. I wouldn't play it at that moment for real on the phone, but just to see it on there running decently. And I was like, I really can't wait until that's like you don't have to load the games and you just hit the button and you can play anywhere you want at any time. And I'm like, who needs like a switch, like portable switches and stuff? That's a thing of the past. Like you don't need that in that future. And the fact that he said that early 2000s, which means he must have been a real Serial Experiments Lane fan or something to even go down that path.
You're gonna have dead spaces, man. You're gonna have dead spaces where you can't stream. This switch is gonna be here to stay.
Listen,
oh gosh, here we
go. I'm talking about when that's not a problem. Obviously, you can pick a problem. You could pick a basement or a cave.
You're talking about year 3000.
A cave.
You're talking about year 3000 right now.
3000. Yeah.
3000.
Okay. But I'm saying when the foundation, like we used to download a song, we had to hunt for a hyperlink on the page because it was hidden, and it took you a day to download one song. Did you think of a day where you can download a movie in 3 seconds? 10 seconds, 10 seconds. But did you think...
I was like, what movie is this?
But even streaming, you don't have to do anything. You just click it in instantly. You don't have to wait for a loading screen.
Right.
So did you think of a time like, oh, this freaking Splash, like,
Oh, no.
all that stuff was so slow.
The media player.
Yeah.
Press the button. It's like,
It was terrible.
CompuServe,
But
man.
Oh,
but
God.
it evolved, and bandwidth and everything evolved. Right now, it's not built for that, but the vision is there, and when the vision's there, technology is going to get there, and depending on
we'll be dead.
well, hopefully not. But hopefully they have like a breakdown that's going to make it like, oh, this is not as stressful as it was.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be like, okay, we're not going to end the internet because everybody's streaming freaking Halo right now and no one can go online. So hopefully there's a different type of thing that can cut it down to make it tinier and tinier. So it's a little bite.
I think it'll
Like
be
the Game Gear Mini.
I think it'll
Like Strider.
I think it'll be
8 megs.
I think it'll be different. I think it will solve a lot of problems, but it's also going to create more different problems that we never even knew.
Yeah.
Like basically,
always does. Anything
well,
does.
Yeah.
like from going from cartridge to CD, there was like the loading time was you didn't even think
CD
about that.
rot. Memorex rot. Stop copying your games.
No, but when you went from Super Nintendo to the PlayStation, the first time I saw a loading screen, I was like, wait, what is this?
The funny thing is, it's funny that you bring that up
Right.
because that to me still holds a lot of weight because when
As
I
it
was
gets worse,
because when I was going back and playing GameCube, I'm like, wait, this started in 5 seconds. Like why did this game start so fast?
No
I'm not used
You
to
gotta practice
games.
on a Series X, man. I press power, it's on. It's
you-
amazing.
Well, that's why Grand Theft Auto's not on the Switch. 'Cause you don't like loading. You don't like loading. That's why.
Well,
Yeah,
that
well.
system would blow up.
I don't think it can happen.
Not if you're streaming, man. Not if you're streaming.
All right.
But all of that stuff, though, man, like the SSD tech that's in the new
Yep.
consoles, like Nintendo's going to wait till that's a little bit cheaper, and that'll be in whatever the next iteration of the Switch is. And I mean, I just I don't know when's the last time you guys connected with your ISP to see what the max speeds were. I just did that on my ISP. I've got 300 up, 300 down, but I can go to a gig up and a gig down. Pay $150 a month or something. And like these are inconceivable numbers from a few years ago,
Yeah.
and they're proliferate at this point. And then we've got all of these 5G technologies and stuff. Like it's not going to be clean and spread evenly right from the get-go. But in 5 or 10 years, I mean, look at how fast things. It's like the internet speeds are getting faster and compression is getting better.
That's true.
And so those will converge. All the technical people over at Stadia and xCloud and stuff say they can't change the rules of physics. It's not like it can anticipate a button press, so it can't go faster than the speed of light, which is about as fast as information can be transmitted right now. But it does feel like so many smart people are figuring out how to make it easier for us to access any. I mean, they're creating the Oasis. You know, from Ready Player One, that's coming. Like that's happening before
They
our
have
eyes.
rollback internet on the fighting games. Like that's weird programming to make it seem like you're hitting the button before you hit it. And that type of technology can be implemented at some point to regular gameplay, and it's going to be less lag.
Totally.
It's insane.
And DLSS technology, where on board with your machine, it's using artificial intelligence to ramp up the visuals. I mean, it's incredible. Like all of these things, we take them for granted because they're little bits and pieces in a bunch of different directions, but they're all converging, and the end result, we're going to have, we already do. We have everything at our fingertips, but that's just going to get exponentially more interesting now.
The future is now, and hopefully it's going to get even better.
Moving on.
Absolutely.
Number 4.
Marvel Avengers players complain after IP addresses are publicly revealed.
So we're gonna stop playing?
So
That's
yeah,
That game does
stupid.
not need any more bad looks.
I know,
exactly.
man. I know.
Avengers is a great game. It gets bad press for not a real good reason. I mean, obviously it's not the best online game of all time, but the one-player game that people seem to forget about is a great one-player experience. And the gameplay
I
itself
enjoyed that a lot.
is pretty damn good for what it is. I mean, it's still a beat 'em up.
Yeah, it's fun. It's very, very fun game.
And the complaints just keep going left and
Yeah,
right.
they-
And they've still added. They're adding stuff for free still. regardless of how big the game is and how popular it is, they're still doing stuff without charging you downloadable content. But, the bad press is not needed. And to have like a quick hot fix that totally puts your IP address and your name in the middle of the screen while you're playing online is like, who let that pass? And how could you not see that?
That's insane. Was that on all the platforms?
I just know they stopped. They said don't play it online until like 2 days.
Until we come out with a patch to fix this.
I think they said Thursday.
Was it?
Yeah,
was that every machine, or was it just specific to one console?
I don't think it was specific to the one console. I think it's because they have their
okay.
upgrades.
Yeah, the whole thing with that game, I think, is if they had just come out with a multiplayer cooperative experience that had an ending.
Yeah.
It would have been fine. Like, we would have accepted that, even if there was repetition, we would have known that was going to be, that's what you're paying for. But this whole idea of turning the Avengers into Destiny, we've seen that screw up so many teams and so many ideas and games already. And it's happened now with this game. And it's unfortunate because I agree with you. There's a lot of great stuff in that game. I loved playing the single player campaign. I love superhero video games. There's a lot of good.
There's a lot of bad too.
And you guys are lucky because you're all together with it.
Oh yeah.
That worked out
That's
very
great.
well. They need, what they need to do to like it. Like
Add a fifth player so we could
Well, actually, a fifth player that'd be really dope.
Play.
They need to release a Spider-Man trailer as soon as possible.
What?
They need to do like
They already gave us Spider-Man. That's
But then they're going to piss off half the people that don't have a PlayStation.
a Wolverine trailer.
Yeah, no, that would be the only thing that can help it. Wolverine only on Xbox. What? I'd have to buy it all over again.
Is that a
Yeah,
problem?
that will not help it.
Buying the
both.
game twice?
You have both. I took mine back.
That is just
Is something wrong with that?
What was that, Vic?
Yeah, they can't keep making characters exclusive to machines. That is not good.
You just
business
dive.
planning.
You go down a hole. You just go down a hole. And everyone's angry at the end. Of
I
the
think
day.
Sony would have been better off adding Kratos. And just said, forget Spider-Man. Kratos is in this. You guys.
Kratos for no reason.
For no reason.
No
he's in
reason.
the
Just add
Avengers.
Kratos.
I think to save face.
Yeah.
I think to save face for having Spider-Man take so long, they should just give everyone Spider-Man.
No,
for
they
free.
should. No, they
game.
should. They should.
The
Oh,
game.
Spider-Man the game.
Yes. We promised you Spider-Man this year. Everyone gets a free Miles Morales. And even if you didn't buy it, you take it. It's free. PS Plus. There you go.
Wow.
Are you guys psyched for Guardians of the Galaxy?
Not really. Not really. I thought it looked
Because
good.
it's not co-op. Doesn't work for level 857. It doesn't fit with you guys.
It looks like a great game.
And they have 5 characters in Guardians. You guys could have all played together.
Yeah,
It's-
it is a missed
it's-
opportunity.
It's single. Yeah, it's single player. And
But I'm glad. Listen, I'm glad that it's not Avengers again because
it would have
they
been the
would
same
have done
game.
it.
It would have been the same.
It would have
game.
been tacked on, and it would have been a weird multiplayer experience.
Not unless it's a couch co-op. Unless
if it's couch
yeah.
co-op and it's the game that you saw,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a role player, then maybe it'll be like, okay, this isn't like the Star Wars game.
Yeah.
What,
Kotar.
Yeah, Kotar.
Nice of all.
Every time you say that, I think of
Kotor.
like a He-Man enemy. I'm like, Kotar. What the hell is
Kotor.
Kotar?
I think of Vin
Nice
Diesel's,
little Republic.
Vin Diesel's tattoo.
No, man, that's Melkor.
I know, that's what I think of.
What the hell?
That's what I think of.
That was Melkor.
It was.
Melkor, dude.
That's funny that you remember that.
That's terrible. I'll never forget as long as
Dungeons
I live,
and
dude.
Dragons,
It's so bad.
But like I said, I'm glad it's not Avengers because they need to fix Avengers before they add another game to that legacy. So
Yes.
the fact that it
Yes.
looks like a good one-player experience, very well written, comedy was there, the comic book was there.
It looks cool.
It
And
looks like a great game. If
Yeah.
I didn't buy Avengers already, and I'm not trying to invest in that, then I'd be like, okay, Guardians of the Galaxy, I'll
Oh,
put that.
man.
You know, it's good. It looks good.
Watch them be characters in Avengers.
That, you know what? That could
They'll have
happen.
skins. They'll have the DLC
happen.
skins.
I wouldn't be
They're
surprised.
gonna be in it. They're gonna be free DLC.
They need something.
That'll be year 2
Yes,
on
yes.
Avenger. Or year 3 on
Yes,
Avenger.
exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, Batista's already in Gears, so
Yo,
he's already
that's
there.
true.
He's already there.
Batista.
All right, guys.
All right.
Now it's time for the main event.
All right.
Oh, man.
Hanging
Oh,
out
yeah.
with Victor Lucas.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got some
baby.
time. We got some
Yeah,
time.
we
Not
do.
all the time.
We
but
got some time.
We got some time.
All right, so we're gonna talk about something that just passed, something that everybody was anticipating this
Guess.
year.
Guess. Sorry.
Oh dear.
You guys just passing gas.
Yo, dude.
Smell it all the way over here.
No one was anticipating that. We're talking about E3.
Yes.
E3. So, I mean, just to get this off my chest, how did you like E3's presentation this year, and do you think that it still has a spot in the gaming industry based on how it is now? Do you think that it will stick around if they don't go back to having people being able to go there?
Well, I know that that's the plan for next year. They're going to have a live event fused with some of the stuff that they learned from this year. I think E3 still has a pretty important place in the gaming industry, but now it's incumbent on E3 to prove that out. You know, like I think there's a lot of goodwill. There's also a tremendous amount of earned skepticism about what E3 is because of blunders that they have made. I think it's just incomprehensible that they have companies that are refusing to participate. I think that they should do everything they can to bring them back, or like Sony, or companies are putting on events in sort of tandem with E3, but they're not affiliated with E3. I think E3 needs to figure that out. Definitely. They need to make it so accommodating and so, like the perfect fit for everyone to be there, that they all come back. And if they don't, then I think what happens is we just see E3 start to whittle. And every year, we see more bleed and more companies deciding to put on their own thing. And I think that there's, and I've said this on our channel a ton and in our content a ton, is that like there's tremendous value of everybody sharing a stage and the whole world's cameras and everybody's attention sort of trained on games. I think it's amazing that we have so many things throughout the year to be excited about with video games, but there's something to be said about a North American-based event where everybody's in, and E3 hasn't been that now for a few years, and then they screwed up with the addresses getting released and stuff like that, and like the media lists and stuff. And so they've pissed off a lot of people. I think that there was some arrogance. I think that they have some issues with the cost of the LA Convention Center and the agreements that they have in place with all the facilitators and the contractors that help put the thing on. So it's an incredibly, ridiculously expensive event, but you guys have never been to one.
No, we were going to go
in
last
2020.
year.
And the pandemic happened and ruined everything.
Yeah, we're supposed to go last year.
We actually had
It really
that whole
did.
thing planned.
But it is an amazing thing to walk through those booths. It's an amazing thing. Like Nintendo had a Luigi's Mansion booth, I think, in 2019, which was like a haunted house that you walk through with all kinds of like creepy scares. It was like a Disney attraction, so you could really see the correlation between what some of these presentations are for the booths to, in Nintendo's case, you see Super Nintendo World. It's like, there's a 1-to-1 correlation right there.
No booth babes.
And I think that's a wonderful element of, the booth babes have changed. But I think that connection to the physical is incredibly profound for something that's so sedentary and so, most of the time enjoyed by people in isolation in front of their screens, forcing us all to get on planes and fly to a destination and kind of share our love for this along with all the purveyors is profound. And God, I've got incredible memories, and I hope it persists, and I hope it not only goes back to where it's been, but is expanded on in some new ways. Not necessarily it just like making it like PAX. I think there needs to be a distinction. I think that E3 really should be about exclusive reveals and first time reveals, and a little bit more of the business presenting itself and less of the community sharing the joy. There should be maybe a little of that, but I feel like this should be like the Cannes Film Festival.
The WrestleMania of gaming.
It's
World premiere.
Super WrestleMania of gaming.
Jeff has that on lock, man. The world premiere is his now.
Yes. Well, and that's the other thing. Jeff is definitely forward thinking and ambitious, and has seen the writing on the wall with digital being the great equalizer. Not only just in these video performance things, but also all the things that he can tie with people being able to download a demo. Like you can show an exclusive thing and say, well, you can play that right now. that's just going to crank. That's just, I mean,
That's awesome.
that's honestly where Stadia really could have
Right.
kicked ass. They could have been like, you're watching the YouTube stream of this right now, click that button, you can
Right.
play
That's what
it.
they promised.
They
You know,
promised
it's
that.
all
yeah.
under
Yeah.
Google.
You can
right?
play what your YouTubers are playing.
And
Join
now
that
nobody
game
believes
instantly.
any of that because they killed her. Yeah.
I heard they're for sale. I heard Stadia's for sale. We could all invest, you guys.
No, but E3 definitely could benefit like other companies too, like in television.
It needs to not be
You
as
know.
expensive, like as they were charging. It's not going to ever be that way again.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be a spectacle. So it's kind of you have to have the money to be a spectacle, and that's what makes it different. Like people did get excited about E3 all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's that week where everyone you were used to a surprise here or there, and that's what lacks right now. Like you may get like one or two, but it's nothing like it used to be
They gotta get
because
that-
all those world premieres. Well, you have things like online they leak like 2 weeks beforehand. You
Yeah.
got the whole list of everything that E3 is going to do because it's been charted on somewhere.
Yeah,
And
They-
it
yeah,
kinda
that's the thing
ruins
with
stuff.
it. That's the thing with like all digital. It's like, but like they got to really emphasize like the in person things that like require to play it. Like
For all those
like
at
stuff
the
like
summer
that.
at the Summer Games Fest, all those world premieres, I didn't hear one leak of any of those.
Yeah.
Like I never hear what's gonna be on that show 2 weeks beforehand,
Mm.
and it's like, oh, what could this be? It
Right.
might not be the biggest game of all time, but you didn't hear about it,
Mm.
and they'd have something. Even like the Batman stuff, you heard about that all year,
Yeah.
and it was like maybe it might be here. You don't know it's gonna be here,
Right.
but then it's there, and you're like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. So that's what E3 has been lacking for the past few years. But I think that being
That's a
able to
very
go
good point.
there in
Yeah.
person to have something like a Disneyland for games would be something incredible
Yeah,
to be able to walk into that world.
yeah.
And people don't
Totally.
get that excited for like in Japan they have their show at the end.
Tokyo
what is it?
Game Show.
Tokyo Game Show end of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
That's happening, and they usually announce something like I was like, Square's not gonna announce nothing here. They're gonna do it there.
It's such a this year was just so weird because like with the pandemic and everything. So it was kind of like, all right, so who was able to play catch up and actually have something to show?
Right.
That's basically what it is. And
Right.
like there was a lot of companies that didn't really have anything to show. They just popped up, and
Plus, expectations are super high.
yeah, that's the messed up thing.
But I'm like,
'Cause
what do you
that's the
really
grand-
want, though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the grand show. If you have nothing to show, man, listen, you probably
don't
shouldn't
show
even be.
up.
Just don't show up.
Just don't show up.
Don't show up.
I thought there was some things in E3 that were
Yeah,
pretty decent.
I saw
Like I
some
was like,
surprise.
okay,
There have been some dope things, and there was some.
But
I mean,
directs?
yeah, I think Vic could agree that probably like the best thing that we saw was Capcom's presentation. Right?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that immensely. Yeah, I just got done watching it 4 times.
I mean, that was breathtaking.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. Vic, I was watching you stream that live. I'm like,
Same.
I think Vic is about to start cursing up a storm any second. I've never seen him hold back this
yeah.
anger this in my entire life.
we're uncensored, Vic. You can let it out.
I was like,
Let it out.
yeah, you can curse if you want, Vic.
was-
Now's
let
the
it out
time,
here,
man.
man.
Let it all out.
This is the platform.
That was just absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that. I mean, because there's that expectation. If you see that brand in a
Absolutely,
timeline, it's like, oh my God, they're gonna
Yep.
bring it, man. Capcom has
Yep.
been killing it. Let's go.
Yeah, that was a half an hour of my life. I
what?
couldn't take back.
It was.
Street Fighter 5.
Yeah, we
though,
know
man.
Resident Evil Village is doing
Street Fighter
good.
5, though.
Esports, man. Come on.
Yo, the esports is what got me. I'm like, why is this on E3?
Those commentators
this-
were exquisite.
There's
Oh
10
my-
minutes left. Esports.
I was so
No,
disappointed.
Yeah.
The only thing that was redeeming for me at all was the Phoenix Wright, which I already knew because I heard a rumor
Great
about
Ace
that.
Attorney Collection, yes.
Right, that was never released in the U.S. And I was like, okay, I heard the rumor a few weeks ago, and then I see that.
But
I'm
no,
like, all right,
it was
well,
already confirmed though. It was already
I know,
confirmed to come
there
out.
was no
there was no
surprises.
surprises.
It
That's
was
the
just
thing.
like,
yeah.
all right.
They said, you guys, we're working on Resident Evil.
So, were you guys a bigger fan then of what Summer Game Fest did with the kickoff event? Than they didn't have as many games there, but the way that was handled, as opposed to the 3 days of different E3 vids.
I was excited for E3.
I
Listen,
like
the way
the
they do it,
here,
E3
man.
vid
the way
format.
they did it made me excited for longer.
I was excited for E3.
But the fact that it
Yeah.
didn't hold that excitement over that time,
Yeah.
like
It
each
made
day,
me-
you didn't get excited each day. It,
It
just
made me
dwindled.
It made me miss the
Sony.
The live. No, well, yeah, well,
Made you miss Sony.
No, Sony missing is a big
Damn.
deal.
it made
It's
me
a
miss
huge
the
deal.
live
Right.
E3
Really
the
is.
way it used to be. It made me miss that.
They would have showed the same Horizon trailer. It's the same thing. Same thing. It's fine.
No,
That elephant was great.
It really did make me miss it. I did miss that.
There was a lot of new titles that were announced. I mean, there were some cool ones. Like Xbox had a lot of cool things that they showed.
Xbox, people slept on the Xbox presentation.
they did. That was
Because there was a
good
lot of new stuff.
I was like,
Everyone wants what they want,
they
and
gave
if they
you
don't
your
get
Halo.
it, they hate.
They gave you a Halo, and they gave you some new stuff that you
Right.
can't anticipate. That's what's good about things.
There was some good
It's like,
stuff
what's this
there.
title? That
Yeah.
looks pretty good. But I didn't think they were gonna show this. I hate
Yeah.
it. I hate it. I didn't play it yet.
Origami 2, that's coming out, on Game Pass. That's gonna be crazy. But
Yo, that indie
Dark
game-
Alliance, Dungeons and Dragons, haven't played it, but that's supposed to be out right now. You
Well-
played it, right, Vic? How was that?
Yo, it got a 4, dude.
Oh God!
You don't need to play that then.
Yeah, I played it, and I was bored and frustrated with the controls almost immediately. I think you guys might like it because you'll play it together, and I think that there's something to be said for that shared experience. You guys have a really unique thing here with the way that you all sort of take in the games as a collective. That's so cool.
Thank you.
And I like that very much about your brand and the way that you guys kind of are all buds and you play stuff together. You might actually really enjoy that. I was playing alone, and it felt like I was tapping on felt like an MMO. Like the way that you tap on a button and it loads up, and it just was really. It didn't flow.
in comparison
and
to something
so
like a-
I played for about an hour, and then I said, I don't want to play anymore. And then I played Phantom Abyss, which was one of the games that Devolver showed off. I think it was in the Summer Game Fest kickoff. That game is amazing. That's on early access. You're basically an Indiana Jones. You have to jump into a temple, get an artifact, and then escape. And there's traps. And every temple is different. Every time you do it, it's a completely brand new thing that you're the only one that's ever seen it. But I really loved it. I'm a huge indie nerd, so it was awesome.
That sounds like a roguelike.
Roguelike?
Like a roguelike.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a roguelike speed run, Indiana Jones, Prince of Persia kind of.
Is it better than Indiana
adventure.
Jones in the arcade?
Oh, God.
What?
Oh, God.
That was a great
Because
game.
you remember
It was
that.
a great game.
You're talking about the Indiana Jones game where they had a little bit of Raiders, all three of the movies. Yeah,
See, Rick remembers.
Wait,
No one else better
didn't they
than
announce,
that.
they announced it. They
30-year-old
announced the
game.
Indiana Jones game,
There's a
right?
new, there's a
That
new,
new
Indiana
one.
Jones.
The new one, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm talking
they
about the
did.
arcade.
I know you're talking about the arcade, man. I'm just saying.
Right next
Yeah,
to
ain't no one
G.I.
talking
Joe.
about no damn arcade game. That's like from '92. No one's talking about that.
It's right next to Terminator 2.
Oh, man. Oh, wow.
yeah. Xbox had some really good shit, man. They had Atomic Heart, which looked
Yes.
incredible.
Which one was that?
Right? Like we don't know anything about
All
that
their new
game,
games.
but it looked insane. It looked
Vic,
so
you
cool.
remember
First person.
Replaced?
And Replaced
Re-
looked
that
incredible
got
as
me
well.
going.
Yeah, they had a lot of nice.
That's a
my
2D
shots.
game. I was like,
That
that's
looks
what I thought 16-bit games were going to look like in the future.
that looks so beautiful, dude. That was
So
like,
good.
Yo, that was so crazy to me.
They would have looked like that. You know what's funny? They would have, because the devs in the day, and I don't know how often you guys go back and play those classic games, but the later you go, like 94, 95, if you've got like an action adventure, from the best of Sega or the best teams at Konami or whatever, the detail on the pixel art is just incredible.
But they had to dumb it down.
And
Yeah,
if
right.
we didn't jump to polygons and basically kill the progression of 2D with that move, a lot of those developers would have just gotten so freaking good over the next 5 or 10 years. They would have had more horsepower to play with, and the scrolling tech and all that would have been incredible.
Yeah.
I think so many indies now are influenced by the 8-bit and the 16-bit stuff. But there were some masters back then that were like figuring stuff out for the first time. And a lot of people, and I've learned this from interviewing people like Ed Annunziata and people that were around in those days, but a lot of those developers that were experts in 2D got kind of burnt out and lost their faith in moving on in the video game industry, or they felt like there was no place for them. Because PlayStation back then was like, nope, it has to be 3D. We don't care about 2D anymore. It's got to be polygons. And then Nintendo 64 came out, and they really wanted that
If
as
you look
well.
at something like Heart of Darkness for PlayStation back then, and saw the animation. And it was kind of like a flashback type game.
Okay.
But more drawn,
Yep.
like hand drawn. Like I've seen some of it on some like the first title. What's the game where you draw with on Xbox One, like one of the first games that came out for it, you draw like in the game you draw stuff to climb on and stuff like that.
Oh, Max and the crayon, or
Max
something like that. Yeah.
Like
Okami.
Yes.
Yeah.
Max.
No,
not a comic.
You're just throwing
That's 3D.
names.
Wow.
I'm talking about the
could draw.
2D.
That
I'm
was
talking about
Jesus.
2D stuff. But that's like they would have been more so like that. But also they might have just done stuff like Clay Fighter and just made it more detailed. So there's always
Digitized,
They might have went the
claymation.
rendered. They might have went the rendered way or claymation type style. But I mean, even
like that
titles.
style.
There's a lot of
even
that going
titles
on.
like
A lot of using video cameras to kind of take in data. I was at that Heart of Darkness E3 demo, and it was amazing, man. It was just such a profound, like, beautiful work of art. It looked like we were watching an animated film, and we were playing it. It was so spectacular a presentation. Same with the Oddworld team, you know, when they were showing off, and I think those games, they were cult hits, but they again were not fitting the mold of look at all this 3D. You know, 3D was on the box of all the packaging and in the ads, and it was the thing, man. We all wanted to move to 3D, and now in retrospect,
not the same.
yes,
And the dude with the
not the
gun,
same,
like,
right.
it's like
Oh,
that's
that was
not the same.
Wrath.
Strangers
Yeah, I
Wrath.
was like, that's not Oddworld.
That's a
man.
great game.
Which I do. But I mean, at least we get the best of both worlds, and that's where the indies comes in, and it's like they blow it away.
Like
Absolutely.
Euden Chronicles. Dear
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, that
my
looked good.
God. And then what the worst part about it was I was like, oh my, this is amazing. Delayed to 2023. I'm like, God damn it.
Because of that type of
Yeah,
style.
I was
Yeah,
like-
it's
Great.
hard to do.
Someone give him some money.
Yeah.
But we got Metal Slug Tactics.
Oh, that looked very
coming.
good. That looked
looks
very
cool.
good.
Ooh.
I was surprised how
Can't
good
wait
that
for
looked.
that.
That looked like Advance Wars.
.emu, man. Those
They're
guys are
killing it.
amazing. And Advance Wars.
Yeah, Advance Wars 1 and
And
2.
Mario and Rabbids.
Mario and Rabbids,
We got
yeah.
all of these tactical
Yep.
games. I love it. There was supposed to be a Marvel tactical game as well from Firaxis, the guys that make
Really?
XCOM.
For mobile?
That was the
Really?
buzz.
I heard there was a rumor. Yeah, there's some sort of
Stop
rumor about that.
On your phone.
No.
That would be amazing. I'd be down for that.
Anything tactical like strategy, I always take a look at.
I still haven't played that Transformers XCOM type game.
It actually looks good, but I won't bring myself to do it. I
20
can't
bucks,
do it.
20 bucks.
I
Why
can't.
That's
Why
no.
not?
I can't because the designs of the Transformers, man.
Oh
I'm
my
old school.
God.
I'm man, listen.
All right.
It's not like I'll agree. It's
not
not
your
like
Transformers.
it's not like War of Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. Like those, that art's a little bit better. It's a little.
If
bit,
it was co-op, maybe I mess with it.
I think it has a
Like
arc,
Mario
I think it has a
Rabbids?
co-op mode.
What?
Not in the campaign, but I think there's an arcade.
We'll
co-op
talk
mode.
later.
Well, E3 this year forced everyone to say "Save us, Nintendo," which was like,
Oh,
that was hashtagging
Oh,
everywhere.
man.
Save us.
But that's ridiculous.
Save
Like
us,
Xbox
Nintendo.
didn't show up. You know what I mean?
Xbox was
Like,
good.
they were
Xbox
great.
was good.
everybody
like-
forgot because they kicked off the show.
They started
Yeah.
off
They
strong.
didn't come to save the show. They started the show,
Right.
and then everything went downhill. And they're like, okay, we were excited, but now what? And
'Cause-
then Nintendo's last in the thing.
Well, people had Square Enix, they had Ubisoft, and they had Capcom.
They didn't come with anything really
There was
new.
none of those were
Square
anything.
Enix had some interesting
that?
stuff. Square Enix had some.
Well,
Square
a lot of
Enix had
people-
some
a lot
okay
of people
stuff.
hated it though. They were just like, "Ugh, Square
Enix had the Guardians
Yeah.
of the Galaxy game, right?
Yeah, Guardians.
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
Galaxy,
yeah,
Guardians of the
that was like a
Galaxy.
30
Yeah,
And they
minute
showed the
presentation.
Yeah,
Black
people
Panther.
are down on Marvel. Yeah.
That the funny thing is, that's what I was expecting. I was like, probably see maybe a new title and maybe some Black Panther. I'm like, all right, Black Panther's in August. Dope.
Well, they showed that Final Fantasy one player thing. And
Oh, they hated on that hard.
That was good.
That-
I
Why
thought
didn't
that's
they?
interesting. Come on, Final Fantasy
Why'd they
Origins.
hate on that?
So listen, all right.
They said dude looked like he
Listen.
was like came from the Gap or something.
Listen, Team
Because of his
Ninja.
button down or
So
some
listen,
shit.
Team Ninja. Listen, you're talking about
He
somebody
was
who
in
made.
Banana Republic.
You're talking about. Listen, you're talking about the people who made Ninja Gaiden. And you okay? You okay over there?
Sorry, I snorted.
You're talking.
Man,
you're
that was
talking about.
funny. That was funny. Sorry.
You're talking about the people who made Dead or Alive and Ninja Gaiden, and how smooth that is. And that was ages ago.
What do you guys snorts when you laugh?
But those games were so like Ninja Gaiden was such a phenomenal game.
And it still holds up
Still
very well.
holds up.
It's still nice.
And it was still
Yeah.
fast, and like the action.
They can
was
still
great.
re-release it and charge you $50 for it. As
It's,
well.
it's almost worth it.
$40
$40
and all three of them.
$40 would have been the sweet spot because of 3. But and you like 3.
I like the Razor's Edge. Razor's Edge.
But the fact that they made that look as smooth as it did back then, and then they show us this trailer, which looked like a slower. It looked like near.
It looked like we've
Listen,
seen it before.
Yeah.
It
Nier
looked
is
like
out.
we've seen it
New.
before.
You
It
have
didn't
a
look
game,
bad.
You have a game called Nier, and like it's super smooth. It looks kind of like that, but no, we're not doing far.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
where I saw you.
I wasn't gonna
I
say
saw
a
the
joke.
dad
you
joke
were.
coming.
Yeah, you were.
You were
Yeah,
like
you
this. You
were.
were shaking
You
in your
were
chair.
stewing.
But something about that game looks stiff, and the action just crawl. It's slowed down to a crawl when he does the crystallizing of things when he's fighting, and I was like, that's a bit slow for what the rumors were gonna be like. First, it was the rumor, it's a Souls type game. Which what's a Souls type game? Like that's not
hard
a
game.
Souls.
Dude, they were more angry about his design. They were
Well,
all
his
over that.
design was very unsquare. It's kind of circular.
Circular.
I haven't played the demo. Have you guys
gee.
played the
I hate
demo?
the both of
Has anybody
Oh,
played
I
the
did
this
not
thing?
play the demo, no,
I forgot
because
the
I didn't
demo
hear
was out.
anything really great
No.
about the demo.
Well, it was
Yeah, people have been
it was
trashing
corrupt
it.
first, so now it's supposed
Yeah.
to be good.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
it
it's
was,
good
yeah.
now. Though, yeah.
But it reminded me of like
Try it
remember
out.
what was it like Dragon Guard, like games like that. It reminded me of something like
Like a default version of the good.
yeah,
like the
that's
good game.
that's like a default version
budget
of something
version.
like Nier or like what is it 99 Nights?
99 Nights.
Yeah,
Like the
something
sequel.
like
The sequel.
that. Like the sequel.
Like the sequel. 99 Nights.
But Garland is in it.
But
okay?
it seemed
The
like
guy
a
from
Who the
first-
hell is Garland?
the guy from part 1. I think he's the boss of the first game. You get to see some backstory.
Yeah, it's an action retelling of the first Final Fantasy game.
The first.
Oh, wow.
Is
I
kind
guess
of
that's
cool.
why he looks so default.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where's that wizard, man? Where he looks like Orko.
Well, that makes sense.
Orko looks
That
cool,
makes
man.
sense.
You see
Yeah,
it
yeah.
in the He-Man trailer.
Yo, He-Man trailer.
and then they're re-releasing the first 6 Final Fantasy games on mobile, but probably those will all hit the Switch or something.
Didn't
as
even
well.
announce it for Switch.
I thought the Square Enix one was okay. I wasn't that disturbed or angry
Capcom
after
set
that.
the
There was
bar
a
very
few
low.
surprises.
They didn't even show us the
yeah.
cleaner.
Yeah, Capcom was
They
terrible.
didn't show us the cleaner pixels on the Final Fantasies. So I'm like, first of all, you guys redid this like 8 times already. And on the PSP, that was
Yeah.
the phenomenal one. So just give us that again on the Switch. Instead, they're giving us the phone ones or something.
The phone one.
And apparently, I don't know, because they didn't show it.
Mobile.
They already did it. And it's only on mobile and not even on the Switch. So that's a disappointment.
that's a bummer. That's
That's
a
a
bummer.
disappointment.
I'm still mad Capcom
Yeah.
couldn't show us
Yeah.
like a sign for a new game.
Yo, just put the title of something that
Yeah,
you're
put the
working on.
title
It.
of
People
something.
will get pumped.
That's
Put
what I said.
Darkstalkers.
Resident Evil
You're right.
DLC.
You're right.
Resident
No,
Wait.
nobody
Night Stalkers game?
cares.
Wait, didn't they have
what?
a Capcom
Did you
leak?
say Night Stalkers? That'd be
Didn't they
amazing.
have like a Capcom leak a
Yeah,
while
they-
ago
hell yeah,
about
they
like
had a
all
leak.
the titles that everybody wanted?
Of course they did.
Because like someone hacked them or some shit.
Yeah.
And then they said, we're not making that.
Cancel all of it.
All of it's gone.
All of it.
They could have had a Darkstalkers.
We're not making that. Have you guys seen Street Fighter 5?
Yes. The new game. The new game Street Fighter 5. They've been
Let me talk
updating
to you.
it.
Come into my office. I want to talk to you for 20 minutes.
You know what got me? Is that they didn't announce the final secret character in Street Fighter 5, but they want to show you 10 minutes of Street Fighter 5. At least show me the character that I'm waiting for to end that game.
Yeah.
Like, give me some type of surprise. I would have been like, okay, cool.
I can't
You want
with
to talk
that.
about Street Fighter 5? Give us that character.
They
He's
bet-
just a shadow for
Show-
like
They
5 months.
They betrayed our trust.
If they showed a Street
Yeah.
Fighter 6 logo, I'd be like,
can't.
whoa.
I can't.
Dude,
with
I
it.
think
Just
he's
a
gonna
logo.
be Chris Redfield. Like he's gonna be. That's the secret character in
Secret
Street Fighter
character in
5.
Street
is
Fighter is Chris Redfield.
Dude,
I
was-
would have.
That present.
I would have sold something Mega Man.
It'll be Lady D.
You knew Mega Man wasn't gonna be there. You
Listen,
knew it
that
wasn't.
presentation was so bad. I would have for me, like the only thing that would have saved it a little bit was to talk about their what was it, the live action Resident Evil.
They didn't even talk about that.
If they even mentioned that, I'd be
A
like,
trailer?
okay, you know what? I want to know more about the show.
They gave us a cast.
They gave us nothing. On
They
that.
gave us a voice acting cast.
But that
and
wasn't
everybody-
even.
Everybody was even mad at that picture.
They were angry because they probably thought they were actors like me, like
Yeah. Well, I
actual
thought the
live
same
action.
thing. I thought the same thing too.
Like, wait, Chris Redfield's black? No, it's Leon.
Wesker.
I was like, wait a minute.
And everyone else is a woman.
So what did you guys like
How
the
does that work?
best? What did you guys like the best over
I-
E3?
I like
Did you guys
Xbox.
have a?
I mean, obviously,
Nintendo.
Well,
obviously
obviously, you like
I was
Xbox?
hyped.
I thought Xbox did a
Nintendo.
great job, but I think Nintendo did a pretty I thought Nintendo was pretty solid.
I think it was slightly better. Nintendo was slightly better than
I would say
Xbox.
slightly.
They were both
Slightly.
great.
Nintendo had more games that I wanted to play.
Yeah.
They surprised me more with games that I wanted to play.
Yeah.
That's what E3 is about, is the surprises.
WarioWare.
Yeah.
WarioWare, the
Advance
Advance
Wars.
Wars 1 and 2.
Way forward on Advance Wars. That's crazy.
Metroid Dread, dear God. That looks
Metroid
Metroid
looks
Dread had
awesome.
me excited, man.
Oh,
that
I
got
want
me.
that way more
Yeah.
than Prime. Sorry, guys.
Well,
Like,
some
I
people
said,
like
you
it.
were saying before, the 2D, man. It's
At
like,
least there's an
yeah,
offer. Listen, give me both.
Yeah.
I don't gotta play the 3D one.
The thing with Nintendo, though, they know how to do their directs.
Well,
Like
they can't be
start,
stopped,
They
yeah.
always start off with a Smash Brothers reveal to get everyone either hyped or angry.
That was a so-so. I mean, I wasn't angry, but I was shocked.
Oh, well,
I
that's-
was very surprised.
It gets the
Kazuya?
discussion going, though. It gets everybody talking.
yeah, it
Yeah,
always
yeah.
gets people
I
talking.
couldn't
way
be
to
mad
do it
at
out.
it. Couldn't be mad at a Tekken announcement, but
There's-
there's only two left, man.
There's
only two
81.
left.
There's
That's
81.
just one now.
There's 81 characters. I can't get mad at this point.
Piranha Plant, man.
It's amazing, right? The guy's got the opportunity to play with all of the best characters across the whole history of games.
Yep.
It's incredible. What a responsibility that, he's not
Yeah.
squandering.
Yeah.
That's why
it's
I-
insane.
That's why I say
I-
Paperboy is going to be the last pick.
It's gonna be Vector Man.
Dude, at this
that would
point,
be
I can't get
Man.
mad
Oh my
about
God.
anybody.
That's a callback.
I can't
I
get
love
mad
it.
about it. This
No.
man has been working
It's gonna be Sakurai, man.
endless.
It
It
has to
should be Sakurai. It
should be
should
him.
be
Like
him.
this is for everyone.
Sakurai-san.
I'm done.
Sakurai's
This is
the last
me.
character.
I'm in the game forever. This is my game.
And it's, and
And
it's
that'll be
finishing-
his final
That would
opus.
be
or,
amazing.
or Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Both.
My body's ready.
His
That's
body's
final,
ready.
That's
His
his
body's ready.
final smash.
Yeah.
He's back in Nintendo.
No, I like the Sakurai-san. He said he does it. He talks about it, and then he jumps out the window and parachutes it.
He lands in Hawaii.
That'd be amazing.
I'm out. Fuck everybody. I'm out of here. You work on the characters.
And it ain't Master Chief.
It's not Master Chief. It's not Crash. It's gonna be
Oh,
Tingle
dude.
from Zelda. Fuck you.
Oh, imagine that.
Dude, you know what would be
Imagine
great?
that.
If he went through all the rumors and
Oh, I would love it. I would
and then
love
put
it.
a red X on it. Nope.
I would
Yo, for the
love
last
it.
character? Oh, yeah, you put up the picture? And like, nope.
Nope.
Oh man, that's a great idea for a game. That's a great. And then James Gunn and does the movie. It's like a Suicide Squad of all the crossed
yes,
out
yes.
characters.
That would be
The Smash Rejects. That's funny.
The
Smash
Smash
Rejects. That's awesome.
I
Smash Rejects.
No, that would be an
Game.
awesome game,
That-
actually.
Wait, Sony already made that.
yeah. Oh.
Hey, PlayStation All Stars was a good
Man,
game.
That was a good game.
And they could even get Crash.
shots fired.
They couldn't get. I don't know why. They
So
couldn't
I
get
don't
Crash.
think Crash is gonna be in this.
Oh man.
They didn't get Laura was
That's
not
great.
in there.
No,
either.
Lara Croft was
no,
not in
yeah,
there.
wasn't
Ooh, okay.
Dude, there's a lot of ones who.
Dude, this-
I'm surprised Ryu Hayabusa has not been in there. It's crazy.
Nah, Double Dragon, Ryu Hayabusa, no representation.
Might be.
Yeah, no beat 'em ups.
That would be weird if that was the last
Exactly.
one, though, because
That's why I can't anticipate him anymore.
it'd be
That was
weird.
our last chance.
Who?
Ryu.
Hayabusa.
Oh, Ryu. Yeah.
Yeah, that was our last chance.
Crash Bandicoot.
An actual ninja in the game.
Yeah, a real ninja.
Not a Pokemon ninja.
Or a Sheik. Sheik is not a ninja.
I mean, you could have had Naruto in
Yeah.
the game. I'm just saying.
No, he's a janitor.
No, man.
He is not a ninja.
An anime
He
character.
looks like a broke ninja. Okay,
Naruto.
He gets so mad.
dude.
What did you guys think of the free-to-play Halo?
Halo could. Master Chief. Minecraft
That's
was
been-
in there,
that's
right?
I think that would have to be the way to end it.
That's been
like
heavily rumored.
to be like to end it all. Just to say Master Chief. Everyone will be. Some people will be mad, of course, but the majority of people will be like, okay.
He's a good last character.
I agree. Okay.
I won't
I don't
pick
think
him,
it's
but
gonna
I think
happen.
I think it'd be great if he was.
You
in
got
there.
Metal Gear, like Solid
he
Snake is in
was.
it. Like Solid Snake is in it. The character isn't that much different than Solid Snake.
If Master Chief was in the game, I'd be like,
Put
oh,
Solid
I'd be
Snake
over the
in
moon.
the armor and just give him a sticky bomb. Boom. They don't have to do much. They don't have to do much.
How many other North American developed characters are in the game, though? I think they're all based in Japan, aren't
Are they all?
Almost
I'm
all the
wrong.
characters.
A lot of
That's
them
a
are.
good point.
Banjo-Kazooie's UK.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Good question.
What's Banjo?
I think almost every other character, because they have to do all of
Yeah.
the deals Nintendo
There's been
Japan
rumors.
does.
Yeah.
I think that they do most of those deals.
The last character is
In
Game
Japan.
Pass.
That makes sense.
And it has infinite moves.
Yeah, and it beats everybody.
You can't kill it.
We win. Everyone wins.
Everyone wins.
It's free for everyone.
Indestructible.
What did you guys think of the Halo Infinite reveal during Xbox and the fact that it's going to be free?
That's
to play?
awesome.
Interesting.
Dope.
Love it.
Interesting.
Love it. If
I mean, it was already Game Pass anyway, right? Are they not
Well,
giving the campaign and Game Pass?
Yeah, the campaign's going to be on Game Pass, and then
So I was expecting it to be
so is the
that way.
multiplayer.
But
That's awesome.
that's
But if they
interesting.
come out with like the special edition, I might just buy it.
You know you're getting that if it's a special edition. You
Yeah,
should.
of course.
You're the Halo guy.
You're gonna have the helmet.
Yeah,
You got to wear that during the podcast.
Hell yeah.
if it fits my big ass head, yes,
We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work.
I sure will. But yeah, man, like
That's
I was
exciting.
so
though.
excited to
that
see
just
that.
means it'll never end. That game will never end.
And that multiplayer looks insane.
It looks
Plus,
pretty
you
good.
know they're gonna charge you money.
Don't
they're gonna
care.
make billions a day.
Don't care.
They're gonna make billions a day.
Don't
with
care. That's
free
the one
version.
game I'm like, all right, take my money.
There will never be another Halo game.
I won't even question it. Take my
Yeah.
money.
That's why it's called Halo Infinite.
You know what? You know what's what I was
Yeah.
I think for the Capcom thing. I honestly the number one thing I was expecting was a Dino Crisis remake.
Never.
I thought that was
I thought
that
too.
was quietly in the works, and I
thought
thought
so
that
too.
was actually going to be revealed. And
That's been rumored for
if
a
Capcom
long
was
time.
cool,
yeah,
they could have had a Mega Man Legends like redo
Or
and just have 1, 2 in the demo. I would have been like, fine, I'll take the demo.
You know, though, you don't know if they're going to reveal it during the Tokyo Game Show, though.
No, I think
mean,
that
they-
they'd announced something at the Tokyo Game Show. I think they held off on something.
I hope so.
I think that they're going to do a lot of their
Yeah.
own stuff, like these Resident Evil
Which was
showcases.
botched. Oof.
I think those are working, especially if the brand is big enough, right? Like if you're going to come out with a Mega Man game, even a Dino Crisis game, I think you have this established group of people out there that are very interested. They'll tune in for that. And I don't know what the value is being lost in the noise at an E3, or at a Tokyo Game Show, because it's just another thing, I think if you really want attention, that's why Resident Evil wasn't, a huge deal tied with anything else. It was its own thing.
First
I
person.
think we're going to see a lot more of that. A lot more like the Horizon State of
Right.
Play. If it's an already established brand, I think what E3 and TGS and Summer Game Fest really benefit are these new ideas that we don't know anything about, as a first reveal.
I'm not a
there.
fan of the single game directs.
Right.
Like, I'm way more of a fan of the Nintendo Direct. I don't like, okay, this is going to be Pokemon's Direct or Horizon's Direct. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, that doesn't get me super excited. Obviously, if you want to see the game, you'll see the game.
Right.
But
that fan base tunes in, but nobody
yeah,
else does.
it's not as exciting as a Direct of, oh, this could be in there. I'd rather see stuff like that. So if they did, like the Resident Evil one, I was like, I don't even really care about Village, but I'll check it out. Maybe.
I didn't watch that shit at all.
But if they threw it into a Capcom Direct, I was like, oh, here it is. All right, okay, cool. It's in there. Whatever. It's. I just wish that they need to do that more. But Directs in general kind of killed what E3 was trying to do. Like the fact that Sony can say, I'm doing my own Sony Direct, and it can be the same as what E3 would have been.
Right.
That's why the fact that E3 is online the way it is right now isn't really feasible.
Yeah, that PlayStation 5 reveal last year, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, that was cool.
That was very
That would have
exciting.
been on the stage.
Yeah, when they showed off the gameplay.
that would have been on
and everything.
stage at E3, and like, here's the unveiling.
Yeah.
And like the Xbox when they had it in the desert, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like those surprises.
So what was your favorite game then that they showed off over the last year?
Wario actually
Wario.
excited me very much. I love Wario, and I was just saying
Yeah, I'm
2
psyched
days
for that.
before, why is it not
Your
here?
funny thing is, I did the live reaction by myself, and you were on break or whatever
I was
at
on
work.
break at
You
work.
popped in. You said, "What did I miss?" And he's been anticipating the WarioWare this entire time. As soon as he popped in the chat, WarioWare popped on. I'm like, dude, you popped in at the right time. He said, WarioWare! Holy shit! Oh my god!
I would say
It's like you almost knew.
Yeah, it was great.
I would say Advance Wars 1 and 2, man.
That was a nice
Because that's your
surprise.
game, yeah.
That's
that
great.
got me. I was like, wait, I didn't expect that at all.
I love those games.
And I'm like,
Dude, I was mad I didn't get no Alex Kidd trailer there again.
Yeah,
Give me that. It's out.
Alex
It's coming
Kidd.
out soon. Give me a trailer right there. Or freaking Blaster Master 3. Give me those trailers. That would have got me excited in those presentations.
You get those
Come on,
separate.
man.
You get them separate,
Totally.
Yeah.
which is
Exactly.
fucked up.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, it's a
man,
great
it's like
month. Listen, the games are coming. Don't get
Yeah.
me
Dude,
wrong.
there's too
But
many.
there's a way to make those presentations better. There's games
Right.
out there that they just flat out didn't talk about that are exciting.
yeah.
Yeah.
What were you excited for?
Well, they know that they've got their own agendas, right? They know that, that serves E3, and that's why it's up to E3. It's not up to Nintendo. It's not up to any of these game companies. It's
Yeah.
up to E3 to go, you know what? We're going to make it worth your while. We're going to guarantee that we're going to get all of these eyeballs, and we're going to find a way to disseminate this information in a way that you have not been able to do.
Right.
And that's what E3 needs to do. I don't know how they do it, but that's what they got to do, right? If they want to get everybody back on
I
board.
was
for this.
excited for Just Dance.
It's a
man.
big
Just
job.
Dance. When you were streaming,
All right.
you saw me
Listen, listen.
type in. You saw me type in Just Dance, right?
Nah, Just Dance was not a good presentation.
Ubisoft, man.
No.
And guaranteed, they did do it. They always do it.
Just Dance was not a good presentation.
Dude, there's somebody out there that's like a huge Just Dance
not
fan.
for a video sequence like that. I like Riders Republic.
No,
though.
this is
They
going
know
on.
people
I was
anticipate
like,
the
yo,
madness.
this is going on too long,
It's always bad.
and I'm not about
Yeah.
this life.
Don't do it.
They
How much
always
do
do
they
that,
pay?
though.
Like they must pay for the entire Ubisoft's presentation
Oh, no,
with
man.
Just Dance.
They make a lot of money with that.
always
Yeah,
They
of
make a
course.
lot of money with Just Dance.
Oh yeah.
Always
People
there.
go to arcades to
Oh, yeah,
play
they do.
to Just Dance.
I want to meet.
There was no Usher though. I was disappointed.
I want to meet somebody that's like has the whole Just Dance collection.
I don't want to meet
Entire-
anybody.
You know,
who
I
has
was-
that.
I bet you they can dance their ass
I
off.
hope so. You hope so.
I know it was a long shot, but I was hoping Capcom was going to be like,
You'll never meet them. They're dancing.
I can't stop. I can't stop.
All I do is
They're
dance.
not playing games. They're They're there.
I just dance. What do you want from me?
They exist. I'm sure they do.
What about everybody else? What other games did you guys
I
love?
like Metroid Dread, but Breath of the Wild 2 was. I was looking forward to seeing more footage, and I like what I saw. I like the fact that,
Yeah.
Link dropping. I like Skyward Sword a lot.
I
you
thought
know,
that
so
was the Skyward.
I
game
like the
flying.
fact that he's dropping through the sky. I was just like, okay, what else are they gonna do? How are they gonna expand Breath of the Wild 1? And I'm like, okay, it looks like they're gonna have something to do with the sky. And just from the first trailer, I think they're gonna be doing something underground.
They made him
So-
into Thor, dude. You saw his hair? Like that's not Link. He was chilling. He was very cool looking.
It could.
That might be Zelda,
Yeah.
man.
It's like it could be Zelda. People say it could be Zelda. Some people
so
say it
cool.
could be Ganondorf. I'm like, Ganondorf has darker skin. It's not Ganondorf.
That's not Ganon.
That's a theory. Some
He's a
people
pig.
That's a weird theory.
He's a pig.
He hasn't been a pig in like
I know.
last
Ganondorf.
yo, don't be hating on Ganondorf, yo.
We're in a different multiverse here. Different part of the multiverse.
He's gonna turn into a pig.
Link and Ganon are
Nah, but
brothers.
I'm very, very, very excited about Breath of the Wild too. I hope they.
What about you other guys? Big Chocolate, which one
I
are you
was
looking for?
super Halo fan
Yeah.
all day, but Forza
Yeah.
Horizon 5 looked amazing.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
Looked amazing.
Oh, shit.
Racing games
Yeah.
always look freaking
Beautiful.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's expected.
Yeah. And the trailer for Redfall, that new IP that they came out with,
Interesting.
That looks
Interesting.
really
great.
good.
Yeah.
They had one complaint.
You guys have great taste. All of you. It's awesome. There's some good esoteric choices in
We're
there. I
all
love it.
different.
So it all comes down to you.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because all the games I wanted weren't there. Like I wanted the Fire Emblem remakes, they weren't there. State of
yeah.
Decay 3 wasn't there. However, Metroid Dread looked awesome, and
Yeah.
the left field one was replaced for the Xbox.
Yeah.
I really was like,
Blown away.
yeah, I was like, this looks
Amazing.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like the music, because I'm a sucker for like trailer music. Like if it fits what's going on, I'm automatically in love with the game. I'm like, wow. Like when I watched a trailer for Cyber Shadow for the Switch and the eShop, I
God,
was
I
like,
love
I'm
that
buying
game.
this game. I'm not even gonna look at
Insta
footage.
buy.
I'm
Insta
buying
buy.
it, and it's one of my favorite indie games that I have. It's incredible. So.
Yeah,
I had
it's
that
amazing.
same thing for
Yeah.
Replaced. I'm like, well, whenever this comes out, I'm getting it. I'm not even gonna look at any videos of it. I'm just gonna get it, and I know I'm gonna enjoy it.
Microsoft showed
Oh, yeah.
just my one gripe was they showed far too many
First-person
shooters.
shooters. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of them looked very interesting,
Yeah.
but I mean, there's only so much of that you could take. I mean, people like Battlefield
You
and
want
stuff
variety
like
though when you.
that. They had great trailers for
I
them.
want third-person
Yeah.
shooters, man. Those are.
They were there. I mean,
That's
but they
a
just had
Gears
so
thing.
many. They had like
It's a Gears thing.
75% first person.
Let me get a Vanquish, man. I need a Vanquish 2 or something. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, stuff like that is in the works.
Wait, was Sega there? Was Sega anywhere at E3? Because I heard they were there. I just didn't hear anything
I thought
announced.
they were with like the PC stuff, maybe.
They did their Sonic thing earlier, man.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, they didn't really have a big showcase or anything. What did you guys think of Starfield?
That
Are you guys
looks-
psyched about that?
That
Is
looks interesting. Yes.
Was that that's a space game, right?
That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
open world space.
Like Colony
exploration
Wars.
thing.
No, I'm way off. I'm way off.
Yeah.
Colony Wars.
Colony Wars.
Stop it right now.
No, I'm intrigued about Starfield.
Wow. I love that
I'm
game.
intrigued about Starfield.
It doesn't really show what we're gonna do, but it shows the detail
Exclusive.
of the worlds we're gonna
If it-
go to, which I thought
If it
looked
has
awesome.
a little Starlink somewhere in there, then all right, it might be a little intrigued.
It's exclusive to Xbox though.
Yes,
so
it is.
they did say that.
They had
Yeah.
a lot of exclusives. They showed a lot of games.
And there's more in the works. You know, they've
Yeah.
hinted at what they have coming. So
They bought a lot.
Oh,
of
they've been
studios.
buying up
Yeah.
everybody. Were you guys impressed by what you saw of Elden Ring?
Oh, I am.
Is that
That
one of
looked
your
very
favorite
good.
types of
Yeah,
games?
that
That's
looked
me.
good.
That's all me right here.
Yeah.
They
The
don't-
funny
they
thing
don't
is,
play Dark
I'm not
Souls.
into those games, but
Neither
that
am I.
looked that if there was any of those games that looked interesting to me, it was that one. That
I'm
one
not
actually
into
looked
that
good.
either. And I
That was an amazing.
The funny thing
trailer.
is, when I saw the sun, I was like, "Wait a minute, that's bright." Like, like all the Dark
Well,
Souls
you
games
haven't
I
been
played-
outside the house since the pandemic. That's
No,
why.
I'm talking about the game. The games is so
Wait a minute.
dark.
What is that yellow thing? What is that?
What is that thing?
I've been outside. But it's hot. But the fact that it was bright in the game was like, oh, this is different looking. I didn't realize it. But yeah, it's interesting, man.
You know what?
So, what's been the best game so far this year from each of
Best
you guys?
game.
Best game. I didn't play everything.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Damn. Hold on.
The best game that I played this year?
So far.
Yeah.
That's real. All right.
Are we saying like the best new game we've played this year?
I know,
2021.
I played a lot of old games.
Yes. Yeah. From
2021.
2021.
Shit.
2021 release. Oh, that's tough.
Oh, I don't think
Um,
I've played anything from 2020. Did I play
yeah.
anything from
Most of the
was
2020?
games I
released
played
this
this year was.
Well, you played
Oh,
Cyber
Shadows.
Shadow.
Yeah, 2021.
I'm still waiting to play Near Replicant. Like,
Narita Boy.
Narita Boy.
Narita Boy is good.
Narita
That's
Boy.
good.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a
You guys are big on the
Oh,
indie
yeah,
stuff, man. I love it.
Old school.
co-op
Yeah.
and indies, man.
I haven't opened my Near Replicant yet.
Ooh. I'm definitely gonna. I don't know if it's number one, but it's definitely Age of Calamity.
Oh yeah.
Age of Calamity is incredible.
That's 2020 though, November.
Oh, that's not 2021.
No.
No,
Get the
but
fuck
you,
outta here.
the first time you played it was this year, right? So that counts.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The Hyrule
I didn't
Warriors.
get Returnal.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
get
that was
Returnal
great.
yet. And it looks great.
That's my pick.
It looked, yeah.
That's my pick.
Returnal's really the best.
Yeah, and I haven't finished it yet because it's so freaking hard. But I love the game.
That's my thing.
It's just so. Every time I go back to it, I'm like, oh my god! I just want I want the movies. I want the comic books.
It looks
the
interesting,
world
man.
building is just incredible in that game, and it's so fun to play.
Shadow Complex too. I wish.
I play things out of order. I play everything 2
Everything's
years
late. We got a
I play
backlog.
everything late.
Plus the new systems. Xbox doesn't have anything new this year. So
Well, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis is pretty good so far. I'm
Oh,
playing
yeah,
that.
you've been playing that.
That's free to play, and you guys need to download that game. It's pretty good.
Ooh,
I'd say Ratchet and
sound-
Clank, but I haven't beaten it yet.
You sound
So
real aggressive about
I
that.
just
Very
got
aggressive.
that. So I just played like a little bit. It's astounding,
game?
but I can't say it's my favorite best game of the year because I didn't play through it yet. I'm still playing Ghost of Tsushima. So
There's a familiarity to Ratchet. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's not like we've played games like Ratchet and Clank before.
it's just a more super polished version of
Returnal
something that
feels-
you're experienced with.
wait,
Totally.
Last of Us 2.
But
I played
Returnal
last year.
feels familiar and new.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for the new title still. Like I said, Returnal was the title, but it's like I don't like freaking
Roguelike.
roguelike, and that threw me off.
Yeah, it's
If it was
tough.
Metroid, listen, that's what I want Metroid to be. If I had a new Metroid that was
Right.
Returnal, but not
Yeah.
roguelike, and looked like that, that's what I want from Metroid. Although Metroid.
Well,
trailer's great.
Metroid Prime's got a real challenge now because it has to be more fulfilling than this, in some ways. But I think Housemarque did something incredible with Returnal. It's really cool. Like it's a real escape. None of you guys have played it yet?
No.
I've watched
Okay.
so much. I've watched
it's so
David
good.
Jaffe stream it.
$70.
It's a PS5 exclusive, right? It's
awesome.
not for PS4.
Yeah, it's $70. I know.
I've
I
seen
know
a lot
these
of people
things are not
suffer
cheap.
from that game.
No, I've watched a lot of
It
people.
looks amazing. It looks great though.
I've
It's
actually
really
watched you
good.
play it online. Yeah, I watched a couple of people play it, and it, like I said, it's super.
That's a game that seriously needs a demo.
Yeah,
It doesn't have a demo.
absolutely.
Nah, because then you can
Right?
beat it through one sitting.
No, it has to stop at a certain point,
Gotta be
man.
timed, gotta be timed.
Well, they should just give you like a chunk of the first biome and let you get a feel for the mechanics because it's great. I mean, that's what they built, right? It's not the longest thing in the world. You've got to kind of beat the mechanics and the systems and start to understand the patterns, and then you get from one stage to the next as quickly as you can. But you start over every time you die. But the reason why it works is that it doesn't matter if you play the same shit over and over again. It's fun every time.
It looks
you
so
know?
smooth,
That's
man. It looks
Remarkable. It's like an old
magic. It
arcade
looks
game.
like magic. It's
Yeah.
And I remember that game, the shooter that they made for the first when I bought the PlayStation 4. I forget the name of it, but it was like
Yeah.
the first gen game that I played. The first game I played on the PlayStation 4 was the game that they did.
Resogun.
Resogun, yes. And I love that game.
Resogun, yeah.
I don't know how
Yeah, you're on
remember
fire. You're on fire with remembering.
I'm
shit,
like in
man.
his brain, man.
but you can see the particle effects. You can see the particle effects and everything in that. So the fact that they changed it into
Yeah.
a new game like Returnal, like it's incredible that they came that far. I know they had another game after
It's
that
a
too that I
great
really wanted, but I know it's hard. No one knows the title of it, but it was like,
Oh, next month.
yes, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
And
Very
they
good.
He's in your
Very
mind,
good.
too.
Yeah. He's in your head.
The
What was that,
master.
Vic?
They made it with Eugene Jarvis, the master, the guy that created Robotron and Smash
Shoot,
TV.
yeah,
Wow.
I got to pick that up too.
Total
man.
collab. That game is freaking
Yeah.
hard. That is that's a ridiculously hard game, but it's great. It's very cool.
I always seen.
But Returnal's another level. Returnal is like these guys breaking through,
Yeah,
you know.
and it's
But
to have people questioned it.
it shocks me that none
No,
of you
I
have played
know, I
it.
know.
I want to play it.
That's what YouTube is for.
The point of if it was on Game Pass,
Oh,
it
yeah.
would.
Oh,
yeah.
if it's on Game Pass, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, the game that was on Game Pass
Yeah.
from Square,
Which one?
the Gears-looking game.
Oh, you were playing it. Yes.
You were
Oh,
playing
Outriders.
Outriders. That's a title that got slept on. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not,
I mean, it's 3 players, and we still haven't played it. so.
exactly.
And,
That's a
and I
multiplayer.
think they just got a release date for the Aliens 3-player game too.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Shoot.
Yeah, I
me
forgot to
get
click
it.
it, but I saw it. It said release date for. I'm like, oh,
Can I be nuked?
3-player.
Can I be
But
nuked?
them things are
wanna
terrifying
run.
as fuck, man. I don't like them things.
I love it. I love that.
I love aliens.
Vic, I wanted to ask you about a game I remember you reviewed. I believe it was probably like maybe 2 years ago, and I loved the review because you were extremely happy about it, and it shared the same love I have for the game. And I've been trying to tell this guy
Yes.
Oh, God.
right here,
Same here.
who just started the game,
Okay.
to finish this damn game,
Please.
and it's Astral Chain for the Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Oh my God, man! Yes, it's an insane game. It's so cool. It's just so cool. There's so many layers of embellishment and beautiful design all the way through it. The story's cool. The characters are great. The the new combat mechanics that you pick up and the augments that you
music.
learn and the
Music, man.
the music, all of it. The package is just incredible. That was our game of the year for 20.
I've been
18.
harassing everyone here
2019.
except for Al, because Al played it. He's the one who got me into it. I'm trying to get the entire squad.
I'm gonna
I'm
take
playing
it on my
this game.
backlog.
You guys gotta
I'm gonna
play it.
I'm playing it.
I will
It's-
play it.
I'm playing.
So
and I
playing.
agree.
Gotta
It's an
play it at some
astounding game.
And for the whole time, I thought Sega had something to do with it. I could have sworn Sega
thought
made
so
it.
too.
It's like there was so much Sega
Well, it's
stuff in there. I'm
platinum.
like,
I
this-
thought so
Platinum,
too.
yeah.
it's all platinum. I'm
Fantasy
like,
Star. I'm thinking
Yeah,
like
it's platinum.
This is
Burning Rangers.
And
Rangers.
it was, the way that I played that was so weird. I was I was out in Scotland to go to our niece's wedding, and we did a bus tour across the whole
Wow,
country.
nice.
And I had my Switch in portable mode, and so I'm playing this Neo Tokyo like cyber escape experience. And I'm completely obsessed with this Switch game as I'm passing all of this beautiful Scottish countryside. I'm
I'd rather
sitting
see
there
this.
playing Astral Chain. I couldn't stop. I was so like, oh my God, this is so freaking good. And like all of beautiful Scotland.
You missed it all.
You've never seen it.
It was
Yeah.
just driving by.
Like, I can see that anytime.
Yeah.
I could download pictures of Scotland.
Scotland's gonna be here when this game
This
is over.
game is so good.
It's funny.
Very weird.
No, I'm always I haven't been blown away by a game like that in a long time. Like I was explaining to everyone here, I'm like by the last, I don't know if you remember, obviously the last boss fights that you have and the music they play with it, like
Yep.
legit gave me goosebumps when I was playing the game. I'm like, I've never really had that feeling
gorgeous,
while I was
yeah.
playing the game, and it's just.
But you realize just now that you're a super huge Platinum fan.
The funny, that's hilarious because I started with Metal Gear Rising, didn't know Platinum did that.
Yeah.
I love the boss fights
Yep.
and the music they play with that. Obviously Astral Chain, messing with Nier now, and I'm like, I keep saying, oh, who makes these games? Oh, this is Platinum again? Jeez, I guess I'm a Platinum. I guess my favorite company because I'm just playing all their games.
Yeah, and they basically
They are one of the best, if not the best, action developer in the world. I was there in 2019, just before we shut down. We flew to Japan for an esports tournament, Blake and I, and we stopped in Osaka to go and visit Platinum, and they have the dopest studio. It's just incredible. They have this amazing building that looks like it's out of the
gold.
future. The interview is we shot everything. They let us shoot inside, and I forget the guy's name. It's not on the top of my head here, but one of the lead guys there was showing me his arcade board collection, like all of these old classic 80s and 90s arcade games, but just the chips, just the boards that could be slotted into
does he
machines.
live with an orchestra?
And he's got massive.
Does he live with an orchestra? Because their music.
Yo, their music.
I don't know where they find
Where
that
did they
stuff.
get these people?
The composer is just like,
They have vocalists like
they love it,
everywhere.
man. They just breathe it. They love it. They there's something really remarkable about the way the Japanese developers just understand the artistry of games and commit all the way.
Masterpiece.
It's not just a business thing. It's like there's a poetic kind
It's
of
a art.
investment in the work
it's
that
a masterpiece.
it really is. And there's a lot of like look at Ghost of Tsushima. What an amazing piece of art that game
Taking
is.
all my time.
So
right now.
amazing. You guys heard about the mayor of Tsushima gave Sucker Punch a recommendation. Like they gave him a proclamation. They gave him a gratitude.
It's beautiful.
I don't know,
Key to
some
the
kind
city.
of award
Right.
for bringing attention
Scroll
to the
to the
place.
city.
It's
Yeah,
incredible.
Ghost
But,
of Tsushima is definitely one of the favorite games I've played of 2021, hands down.
I played that like it's a huge game.
And it's
It's a huge
beautiful.
game, but it's fun.
And
I
it's
just
so
wanna kill it.
thoughtful.
I was gonna fight everyone.
It's thoughtful and it's detailed. It's
I'm scared to play it.
and
because
it's well
true, man.
a
and
long-
the
it looks
voice acting is excellent.
and it's for PS4.
I'm
Save it for PS5.
I'm saving it for the PS5 so I can
looks
play
like
it
a
in
Dude,
60
it looks
frames.
the same.
No.
It looks the skin
No,
over it.
they
looks
improved the
same,
frame rate.
Okay?
They improved the
it
frame
looks
rate.
exactly the same.
Oh no, it goes 60 frames per second, man.
It's 60 frames. I told you, it's 60 frames on PS5.
Yes, it's improved.
You want that on
It's
PS5.
definitely improved on PS5. But the fact that it was released for PS4 is insane.
That's true.
Insane.
but it looks amazing.
And the loading times
totally.
aren't even that bad for that game.
Loading
on PS4.
Loading times. Well, I haven't played on
Oh,
PS4.
it's wonderful.
Exactly.
Vic, I got a question for you. What'd you think? It might be a biased opinion, but what'd you think of the Intellivision Amico presentation?
Yes.
I thought it was good, but I wanted more. And what was surprising to me, and I was being kind of a smartass because I didn't know if I was going to stream it or not, but it was the first thing in the morning. And so I went, okay, what the hell? I should talk about what's going on here. And then as I was setting up, it was already starting to roll. And I was just yammering away, and I thought that it was going to go on, so I was just going to get caught up on all of the announcements and stuff. But then it was like bam, 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 bam. So there you go. If you're interested in Television Amico, reach out to us. I'm like, oh shit. I wanted there to be like real reveals on the software
a
and
reintroduction.
holding up the boxes and stuff. There's still a lot of teasing going on, but. I know that Tommy and the team are working their ass off in this ridiculous environment, man. They're trying to get all of the materials to be able to physically manufacture these things, and like nobody can get a PS5. Right. So if people can't get a PS5 in this market, and I think that's why we don't know about the Switch Pro right now too.
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo can't commit to meeting that demand, and they don't want to be in this situation where everybody hates them, like Sony. Have you guys read the comments every time somebody posts from Sony? They post a YouTube video, or or read the Facebook comments on the PlayStation page announcing their new controllers. Oh, those are great. Yes. I wish I could have a PS5 to use them with. Like every comment is.
You know how many open box?
Oh, those are really cool looking. Yeah. Where can we get a PS5?
So many people return the controllers.
And Tommy's, Intellivision's scrambling in the wake of that. In the wake of that, like all of these massive companies dealing with all that. Still,
I think
it's funny.
I wanted
that's
more.
why I think in E3 would be perfect for.
They would have benefited a lot because
by
people could
having
try it
people
out.
trying it.
Yeah,
That's it. Just get it in people's hands.
That would have been a.
Because
That's
Amico,
that's eyes on it.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
Amico
why
is
it's
a
important.
simplicity, quick, feels great, fun games,
Right.
rather than graphical power and technology stuff like that. So you gotta have people try it out, and if you can't have people try it out, you know.
And people don't want to see like a video of it because they're gonna say, "Oh,
The graphics are this.
well, no, they're gonna say it's people that paid off to love it and all this
Yeah.
stuff." Like you got to say, you have to have real people. there.
Yeah. No, people have to go have, and that's what I've told my viewers too. It's just like, he's my friend, and I'm wishing him well. I hope this thing is a great success, but I can't really comment on what I think of this thing until I get the machine and I play the games. And he also knows I'm going to be completely, blunt, honest about all of the stuff, And if I end up not enjoying it, then that's what I got to say about the software. That's my value back to the people that support Electric Playground, which is weird. I never thought I'd be in a situation where my co-host would be launching a console.
That's like if one of us like owned a fucking company. Like, what is? You guys want to try my console out?
That's funny.
I got a new CDI coming out next month.
And, you know, like,
New Panasonic.
hey, you guys know this. I've said it before. Tommy is a force of nature, man. The guy makes impossible things happen. That's his whole career in games, right? So. And I have tried the machine at 2019 E3, and it was like, wow, okay, there's something here. I believe in the idea. I believe in the philosophy. I mean, the choices of games that you guys are picking kind of speak in that direction, too. You're talking about retro-flavored experiences and 2D experiences, stuff that's, you know, relatively more straightforward to grapple with and find enjoyment with.
Yeah, right.
And I think the business is really lost in certain ways of trying to go bigger and bigger and bigger and make these persistent experiences that are
over everyone's head.
They're finding audiences and they're finding money, but I don't know if they're appealing to all types of gamers out there.
Yeah, world's a big place.
Avengers is a great example.
I think something like that can coexist with the over the top, like graphically, you know.
Oh, I definitely see.
I agree 100% because it's like if you know everyone who Turbo, you could speak to this also because, you know, people who are having, you know, kids and they're around 4 or 5 years old, you're not going to start them off with a PS5. You're not going to start them off with it's too much.
Right.
If you have an Amico, you could start them off with something very simple and then kind of graduate to something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know how many people don't want to start their kid with Fortnite?
No,
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
4 years old.
Yeah, because I have a daughter. She's not yet 2. She's like 19 months. But she's approaching 2. And I think about as a gamer, I'm like, okay, what's a good, like, the consoles right now are so advanced. There's a lot of buttons. And it's complicated. She's looking at the controls. She's picking up a PS4 controller and a Joy-Con. And I'm like, okay, what's a good entry-level system for kids to get their intro into gaming? And I see Amica, and I'm like, oh, that's great because it's centered around family co-op gaming and very, very simple. It's simplicity, you know. So I'm like, this would be a perfect thing,
and it's
know?
durable because we've watched it.
Tommy is beating up the controller.
I think you guys are an incredible test case for it too, right? Like you really represent, and you know, you have a unique thing here where you're all together and you're in the,
pretty much.
You're like family, and you're like like you play a lot of stuff together, and that is an amazing.
Dynamic
sort of group to cater to, because everybody that makes games now, it's just
online,
like all
player.
about the individual,
single player.
And but then they want you to get online into the greater community and navigate through that. And there's some beautiful stuff in there, but there is something to be said about this shared experience like that.
Especially since I never joined a PlayStation group in my life. They've had that available for a while.
I feel like it's lost, man.
I made a bunch of friends playing Xbox.
Real friends?
Because you guys have to band together. No,
I mean, back in the day, we used to have LAN parties playing Halo, of course.
Exactly.
And then I met another group of friends online playing Halo, which was very cool.
No, they have that. I remember when I used to mess with, was it Fight Night Champion, and I had a match with some guy or whatever, and he's like, "Yo, come to our group or whatever, and fight a bunch of their friends."
There's a community.
It's like an arena in Smash Brothers, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know? They do that stuff.
No.
Some cool people do,
That's so
but there's there's crappy people
Toxic
also.
people.
Yeah.
There's only one thing left to talk about.
What's that?
We haven't talked about that new Nintendo Switch that everybody's so hyped about. Oh my gosh, Nintendo! Everyone missed it. They did it so slick.
I love it.
Everyone missed
I
it.
love the fact they haven't announced it because like so many YouTubers are going on making videos. Oh my God, here it comes! And Nintendo's like, I didn't say anything.
June 9th. There will be an announcement June 9th.
Yeah, you got to throw dates out.
It's
You gotta
definitely
throw
happening. 8 p.m. June 9th.
It was in the Mayan calendar. You guys. The Mayans knew. It was definitely going to happen.
This is going to be announced.
Dude, their sales are still going up for this Switch. Why you gonna come out with a new one? Come on, man. Like, there's no
I'm going to
reason
throw out a date. Listen, fourth quarter of this year, definitely happening. Listen to me.
I'll throw out a date.
It's happening.
But it has to be called the
The Wild
Super
2.
Nintendo Switch.
Super Nintendo Switch is the
Super
best
Nintendo
name you
Switch
can
is
possibly.
Yeah,
it has to be
I'm
called
with
the
that,
Switch
100%.
The Switch Stick.
Nah, man, Vic is all about the Super Nintendo
cool.
Switch.
I like
that name. The Super
And I
Nintendo
think that would
Switch.
be a throwback. and
That
it
is
would
a
be
super
dope.
catchy name.
I would love that.
The new Super Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
No new garbage.
No.
No new
Actually,
friends.
that's not even
that
that's
is
not even the last
done.
thing to talk about. The last thing to talk about is Vic. Is there anything you could mention about G4?
That's right.
Oh, that's right. That's a good question.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been talking with them, but we couldn't work out anything now,
okay.
and it's there's definitely lots of love and respect and the desire to do something, but it just didn't work for the launch of what they're working on right
okay.
now. And I can appreciate that. They've got a lot of moving pieces. They want to do everything they can to bring it back and appeal to as wide a group as possible. But we're still in touch.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
door
Let
isn't
me
closed.
talk to them.
Yeah.
They need
do.
some Christmas.
I don't think
presents.
there's any harm in them hearing from people that like EP or Judgment Day or reviews on the run. Spread the
Yeah,
word.
no,
They
That's
need-
all good.
Listen, they need some Christmas presents. These new announcements later on. They
Yo.
can't just give everyone everything
Right.
at once.
Right.
That's very true, though. That's
That is
very
true.
true, though.
But I think they.
Yeah, and part of it I think too is like they're based in LA and I'm in Vancouver, and I think that there's a bit of like we're building our posse, we're building the team right now, and that's an LA thing, and I get it, and it's a lot of work, it's a lot of work to build one thing, let alone this multi-tentacled threaded thing with a bunch of personalities and try to make everybody happy in this media landscape. So yeah, I get it. I don't envy them, and there's no bad blood, but I don't have anything to announce.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're laying the
That's funny.
foundation.
Laying foundation.
You see Adam Sessler.
I actually got to go.
Oh.
I just got a text that I have to reply to,
Okay.
but I loved being on, you guys. This was incredible.
Thanks
You
for
guys are
coming on,
awesome.
Vic.
Thanks
Thank
for sticking
you.
around,
All
Vic.
the
We
best,
appreciate it all the time, man.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much,
man.
dude.
Thank you. I got to answer.
Take care.
Have a good one, man.
Take it easy.
He actually ordered
Thank
a
you
pizza.
so much.
He's like, I'm hungry, goddammit. Now Vic's the man. I love Vic.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
He's one of the coolest, most positive, influential figures. in-
Gaming media
Yeah,
figure.
I'm
he's
gonna
Super
use the
humble.
bathroom, yo.
Super
I'll be
humble.
back.
Such a cool guy. He almost slipped with the F word, and I wanted to say it. And I was very disappointed. He's like, friggin'. He said it twice in a row, and I'm like, come on, just say fucking. You know you want to. You were upset. Come on, tell us you were upset.
No, Vic is the man.
Nah, Vic's that guy.
Seriously, man. Oh man, he's a cool dude. Cool dude.
But it's funny. When I saw him watch that Capcom, I felt the anger through the screen
It was so good.
because I think everybody
I mean, that was the most entertaining thing about the Capcom announcement.
was people's reactions.
It was Vic's reaction.
Vic's reaction was just like,
In general.
okay, here we go.
He was so
What
mad.
the hell is that?
He was so mad.
What
Yeah,
is
man.
that?
Like I was praying for Capcom to like announce Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
No.
And at the very least,
Told you.
give us like a
didn't
Capcom versus. Shut up,
told
man.
you.
Can I finish talking? Can I finish talking? I don't care what you said.
kill your dreams.
I don't care. I don't
kill
care
the
what you
dreams.
said.
I'll wake you up.
At least give us a Capcom versus HD remaster of all the
Something
versus
with
series. Something.
with one of your franchises.
Something.
that you're working on.
Something.
Anything.
Something.
And I think when it comes to Capcom, also Nintendo, that like the bar is automatically set high because you have so many
Yeah.
awesome IPs.
You got hits.
If you at
Capcom
least
got
announce
hits.
one of them,
1945.
you'll be good. You'll be
Capcom
good.
got hits.
But they announced zero. They announced nothing.
You don't want that shit?
Nope. Ralph Reggie in the chat.
What was the question? What was
No,
the-
it's Radical Reggie.
Yes. And listen, Reggie, I've even thought about going to play PlayStation next month. Just to get Clock Tower 2 out the way.
That'll be the first thing you play.
Yeah.
Be the first thing you
But
play.
I don't know. I'm still trying to think of it doing it on Twitch. I don't know.
I was thinking of Clockwork Knight.
Oh man! Whoa!
Whoa.
Oh damn! Wasn't that like decent? Like it wasn't.
Some people like
yeah,
it.
some people actually like it. I didn't like it.
I
The
never
same
touched
people
it.
who like Bug.
Bug.
Damn.
Bug wasn't that bad.
I gave Bug a shot when I got the demo, but I'm like, I'm not buying this shit.
No.
Fucking crazy.
So what'd you guys play this week?
Yeah, I forgot. We're going backwards, right? This is like the.
I'll
Yes,
go
sir.
first because it's real quick. I finally beaten God of War.
Oh, did you
Nice.
beat
It
it?
ended when you didn't even know, right?
And yeah,
See, you didn't even know. See?
no, it didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Good.
It ends at a strange point.
Yes.
It does. And
I was like,
then-
wait, it's over.
And then you go back
Cliffhanger.
home and you see another scene, but I'm not even gonna talk about that.
Too late.
But it's no, the game it ended and I was like, I felt sad I felt sick because I didn't want it to end
You want
yet.
more?
wanted
Yeah,
more.
you want
Well,
more.
I'm still playing the Valkyries. It's like that Valkyrie
Yeah, did you
side
beat
quest.
did you beat them yet?
One. I beat one
I
Valkyrie.
beat like 2. I said I fought
Nah,
one. that
How
How
just
many
took-
of them are there?
It's like 12 or
12.
some shit.
There's
I
12?
beat 11 of them.
Oh,
gonna-
really? So there's
Damn.
one more.
I'm on the last one. She is
Yeah, she has all the powers.
impossible.
All the powers.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna kill them
I
all.
did one, and I was
I'm
like,
gonna
I
kill
beat
them all before I give the game back.
I beat 2 of them.
I'm gonna
Yo,
kill them all.
it's so.
I beat
That
one.
reminds me of Blasphemous DLC because it's like there's like 4. They all look the same. They all like have different powers, and the last one has all their powers. But it's
wow.
4 though. not no 14.
There's 12. I thought there was
No.
like 4 Valkyries, man.
Nah,
Jesus.
there's
That is a lot, man.
Wow.
Radical
Wow.
Reggie.
See, that's what happens, man.
Sorry, man. I had to sing.
So who's going next?
That's all you played?
Let me see. Well, just the usual suspects. You know, a little more Fan Star Online New Genesis.
I want to start that.
You said we got to beat it before we play multiplayer, right?
Yeah, and it's worth playing. You play a
I
little bit
gotta
of the story. Play a
How
little
long?
bit of the story.
How long? How long?
If you go through it fast, probably could do a half hour.
Bullshit.
Wait, what? The
game?
story,
Half
the
hour.
campaign.
The story. It's a little
Half
bit-
hour?
The
Or is
campaign.
it- It's an introduction to the story or to the whole story?
It's an introduction. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
a, it's
Oh, that's like
the
that's like a
whole
long tutorial,
Yeah.
pretty
I
much.
thought you meant
It's- that's what it is. It's a long.
Oh,
tutorial.
ain't nothing. All right,
Okay.
It's like 30 minutes to an hour, and it's
I thought
worth
you meant
playing
like a
through
whole
because
single-player
it's
experience.
deep. No, it's a deep. It's deep. It's not like it's. If you love Fan Star Online, the first one, this one really expands stuff.
Question: Can
yeah.
you download people's character creations?
So, I'm not sure. I haven't
Because
tried.
I don't trust myself making who I want to make. I know I'm not good at that.
I
shit,
did.
dude.
I made a dude with sunglasses and dreadlocks. I'm cool.
What, sunglasses and dreadlocks. Does he have fucking weed on him?
No, but I should probably put that in him also.
That's-
He should be smoking something.
Put what in
He's
him?
smoking.
Pause.
Pause. Anyway, no, but
What else you been playing?
let's see. It was Fan Star Online. Got that way. Beat God of War. What's the Switch game? Still playing Devil May Cry 3. But also on Lightsaber Samurai's recommendation, I had to try out Jedi Academy, and it's actually surprisingly pretty good.
Yeah?
Really?
Yes, it's pretty good.
Best lightsaber?
It's no, but the lightsaber fighting is pretty good. I haven't played it that long, and I'm like, yo, this game is pretty good.
So it's an underrated.
It's
Nah,
under-
I like it
Right.
when other people make drops because, like, we got Retro Rivals into a couple of games,
Yeah.
and now like some other people. I like that.
No,
I
because
like
he likes the
suggestions.
Lightsaber Samurai likes a lot of good Star Wars games, and he played all the good ones. And he said Jedi Academy was as good as Fallen Order. So I was like, really? And
That's a big-
played it 60 frames. And
But they redid it recently.
of course, but it still has like N64 graphics, but the production value with the voice acting and the story, Luke Skywalker's in it and stuff like that.
Oh, that's a
It's-
selling point.
You got the force powers.
bad.
It even has motion controls in it, like just with
That's why you like it.
just with
That is
aiming.
exactly why you,
You don't
like
swing around
I
the
have a
lightsaber,
lightsaber.
but you could
Yep.
use
I
it.
have a lightsaber.
No, you don't swing with the lightsaber because you have guns in that too.
Yeah.
You control the aiming, but it's pretty. It's a little clunky, but it's really
a
cool.
little clunky. I'm hitting you. I'm hitting you with a lightsaber.
It's not working. It's not working.
Fake news. Fake news. That's not how you control the
Damn.
motion.
Anything else?
I'm
you
just
been playing?
picturing
That's
you.
it. Someone else.
I'm just picturing you doing
Yeah,
this.
kept us like, I like this game. I
is
swear
great.
I like this game.
This is great.
I'll go next. Playing the usual suspect Gears 5.
I mean, 7.
Played Virtua Fighter 5 for Fighter Fridays.
Oh, tell them about that. Yeah. Tell them about that.
It was fun until
Tell them about that.
Sticks over here came in, beat me 6 times in a row, and ran.
Oh, he whooped your ass 6 times in bounds?
Yeah, because
Oh, that's fucked
and
up.
not for nothing. Like the first couple of fights we had were like even and they made sense. But I fought Pai Chan.
There's nothing you could do.
Dude, it's like every time Jackie threw a punch, her move would duck it. It looked like a kung fu flick. it was ridiculous.
I was reading Chuck like a book.
And no, you weren't reading me. You got lucky. All right, you were
Jay was
not
like this.
reading me.
Jay was like this.
Yeah.
that button mash.
I haven't heard. It's funny because you hear him. Because I couldn't hear him. I heard him on the stream.
Oh, shit.
And I
A
hear
little
it late.
delayed, though.
Yeah.
Delayed.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I was furious.
And he was like, dude,
I was
you're
furious.
trying to push me out the ring. And I was like, watch next match. And he got pushed right out.
I was blocking, and he just his
I was like,
block
oh, you wanna
string.
see? I was like, I wasn't even
I
trying.
had no space. I had no space to move between his block string. He just kept on hitting me until I fell out the ring. I
Yo,
was
Jay
like,
is
"You're a piece of
Jay
shit."
is a
Bam.
sleazy fighter, dude.
No,
Spam
Sleazy.
fighter.
He's a
I
spam
listen,
sleazy fighter.
I eked out some wins. I did. And there was one you beat me twice in a row. Like it was
No,
three matches.
I
There was three
I
matches.
whooped her ass twice in a row, and then he
And
just
then I said-
killed me 3 times
And
straight.
then 3 happened. I was like, dude, I won that round. I won that round.
I was so
jumping.
heated.
I was like, I just
I
beat
was
you.
so
Chuck's
heated.
like, get out of my stream. Get out of my
No,
stream.
no. He left, and I was mad. I was like, no, I need to fight him again.
I was like, wait, how many times did I?
And just for
6
the record,
times? Oh no.
just for the record, I could not beat Pai Chan for the entire night.
I saw it later.
No
He
matter
got
who.
tired.
No matter
No
who.
matter who's playing it, I could not
You
beat
saw
him.
Jay every time.
No,
No,
I
he
didn't
won
see
a lot.
Jay.
He
I
won
threw a
lot online.
punch.
He won a lot online though.
I threw a punch, and whatever move she did
She's
just
fast.
dodged it.
She's just,
Wow.
she's
But
quick.
But I beat you with
That's
Sarah.
unbalanced.
She's,
Huh?
she's
I beat you
quick.
with Sarah too.
You did. No, but those fights made sense.
I didn't know how to pick the character.
The Pai Chan fights did not make sense.
That's
no
a
matter
broken-
who I fought.
That's
it
a
was,
broken character.
It
then.
was
Nah, that's my character.
it was ridiculous.
Nah, that's a
It was
broken
ridiculous.
character.
Nah,
But
Anybody
I
you
got
fight?
some.
Come on.
I got some wins online. I definitely got some wins online.
You
Not against-
usually actually do. In a lot of the games you play, especially in what was it, Gear? The
Guilty Gear.
Yeah, you got a lot. Yeah.
Thank you for the segue because I played that again on a Secret Saturday stream.
Yeah.
I played some more Guilty Gear Strive. That game is so
It's beautiful. No, it's-
so good.
It is a beautiful.
Makes me
It's
want to play him.
beautiful to
You
watch.
gotta bring it over. You gotta play it.
It's like
6 rounds. See
I
what
can't.
happens.
I can't bring it over. It's digital. I don't have a physical copy.
You bring the system. Just put it in a book bag. Like back in the day. Just put it in a
the
bag.
book bag. Who the hell owns a book bag?
That's
Oh, you should borrow a
hilarious.
book bag. I got a book.
But yeah, that game is beautiful. I'm playing it this Friday for Fridays, and yeah,
That's
I don't know who I'm gonna use yet, but that game is fantastic.
I'm looking at it still looking.
I might have to swing by and play a few rounds.
Yeah, man. Actually, I don't have a second PS4 controller, so you
I
have to
got
bring one.
I got 3
Jay,
controllers.
Jay's got like
Um,
5.
And I played Avengers, and there's a new DLC out with Monica Rappaccini, the Scientist Supreme.
The chick
Oh,
got
that's out.
the-
She
got
has the
thing.
Cosmic Cube.
How is that?
That
out?
boss battle, cheap as fuck.
She's cheap,
Oh.
really?
But we could. Can you play it multiplayer?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, really? Okay.
course.
So
It's
we got,
probably
we got
better.
rock that. We got rock
So,
that.
so we
got-
got we got to stream that.
Maybe I should-
But
better.
I was so furious trying to play that last night because I was like, let me just do this before I go to bed, and nah.
I always
She
look for
was-
reasons to play that game again because I love playing it with
That's
you.
great
It's
game.
Yo,
so fun. It's
she
so
was
fun.
not having it.
She's like,
was
bring your
not-
friends, bitch.
Yeah, basically. That's exactly what you said. She's like, you need some help. You better call the Avengers.
You better call the Avengers.
You better assemble them.
What you
better
doing
assemble.
there?
Assemble the Avengers.
What you doing here?
Assemble
You better sit
Avengers.
your ass down. You better try this again when you bring some friends with you. So yeah, we got to stream that.
Yeah, well, hopefully it won't show our IP address.
Yeah, no,
hopefully
exactly. After tomorrow they update it, hopefully it'll fix that.
Yeah.
I think they actually might have thrown it out there.
Probably did that as soon as
You probably already gave your IP out yesterday.
not. No, I didn't stream it.
Wait, I think someone said in the chat it's only PS5.
Is it PS?
Yeah, it's only PlayStation.
Oh, I was
I think.
I was playing on Xbox.
Yeah, I think it's only, I
Ah.
think someone says I think Blair who was in
Really?
the
It's
chat.
only available
Yeah.
for really?
No, the
the
fuck
error.
up, the error, the
error.
IP
Error.
address leak.
It's only on there? Okay.
I think it's PlayStation.
So
only.
it was just PlayStation.
Yeah.
That sucks, though.
That's messed up.
But
Yeah.
all right, I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, that's all I was playing.
I've been playing Nier Automata. I beat it the 10-hour,
Camping.
the first 10-hour part. I know it's in sections because when you beat the game, they make sure that you don't stop after that. They're like, nah, this is the first part. Well, we recommend that people play it. They're like, all right, I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna keep playing because they give you other characters to be and shit like that. So I'm playing with another character. Hopefully, game's been out long enough. I don't think I'm ruining anything.
Really?
I
I
haven't
didn't get up to
played
that
it
part
yet.
yet. That's
I
crazy.
haven't played it yet.
That's crazy. I didn't get up to that part yet. But
Have
keep
you,
going.
have you done a lot of
I
side
told you
shit?
there's multi.
Yeah.
Because I have not.
I've done a lot of stuff.
I ran through that shit in 10 hours.
Well,
Well, I was like,
I haven't
go to
played
the
it at
next
all.
place. But no, the game's good. I have my little quirks with it or whatever. The game is weird as fuck. The game is so fucking weird. It's amazing. But I like the weirdness though. Like I like weird shit.
It's
that
unique.
No, it really is. It really has its own thing. I get a little Final Fantasy from it. I get some Castlevania from it. I get Astral Chain from it. I see all the influences in there. The music's out of control. It's really good. The action's dope. The moves are dope. It's a fun game. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the playthrough. You know my one complaint that I have that I told you many times, and a lot of people.
Booty,
no,
booty,
a lot of
rocket
people
everywhere.
a lot of people are gonna give me a lot of shit for this, but it's like the main character, right? 2B, the chick, right? I love her design. She has dope design, cool outfit, but her ass is out all the time, dude. Like she's wearing a thong the entire time, and they make sure you see that shit all the time. And there's 2 times.
close.
Listen, there's 2 times in my life where I don't like to see ass. That's when I'm eating my wings and when I'm playing games. Okay, I don't need to be seeing ass during all that. And it's the entire fucking time. And there was a scene. I'm not gonna reveal when, that she has battle damage where your clothing is ripped, right? And she's got this skirt, and the front of her skirt is ripped. So her whole panties are just out while she's trying to do some dramatic scene. I'm like, I can't take this seriously. It's
very anime inspired.
Everything is just out.
It's
Like, I
anime
can't
inspired.
think of the emotions of the scene. No, her shit, everything is just out.
It's an anime.
So
She's
I'm
an
like,
android, so-
so I'm like,
She's in a
man,
bathing suit. It's a bathing suit.
I'm like, yo. So like a lot of the emotional parts, it just took me out of it because of shit like that. But the game is dope. The game's awesome. I'm having a good time playing it. So I'm definitely going to beat the second part, and I think you said there's like a third part.
It gets
also.
better and better and better.
Yeah, but I enjoy it. Platinum Games, man. I don't know who's working over there.
They only make platinum games.
But
I got all 26 endings in that, man.
I'm not doing that. Dude, I'm getting endings by mistake, dude. I'll fuck up and be like,
I want to see one.
and
I
the
wanna see the
scrolling
line.
will just go. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, wait,
It's like game over. You did.
Really?
game over. It's over. Wait, what
I
did I
know
just
you
do?
fucked up.
What just happened? Because the beginning of the second part, you're supposed to just go over here to your ship, and I'm like, let me explore over here.
go the wrong way.
Then the text came up, blah, blah, blah. He failed this and that. Blah, blah, blah. Credits roll up. I'm like, wait,
Really?
He
What?
continued on his.
So
He
that's an
continued on
ending.
his journey.
That's an ending.
Wow.
And then
Counts
they
as an
just
ending.
throw the fucking credits up. I'm like,
Wow.
fuck you, game. Damn.
Yeah, there's a lot of quick endings, but there's a lot in there.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm having a ball with it. Yeah, obviously, the other game I've been playing is Smash Brothers. Finally getting a rhythm with Sephiroth. Finally knocking on the door of the 7 million club. Creeping closer to Elite. But
So some pretty funny fights.
yeah, you saw some today, and I'm
Mega
start-
Flare, man. Mega Flare.
Mega was it Mega
It's
Flare or is it
hilarious.
Giga Flare?
It's
one-
Giga? Giga. The highest flare.
Mega might be like the second highest or some shit, but dude, he's I'm starting to get that rhythm of this is remember when I got in the rhythm with Terry? Remember that streak?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
starting to feel that rhythm now. Now I know his spacing and shit like that, so I think I can go Elite with him. Cloud, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him, but he,
Put it to the
No
test.
recovery. No
His recovery.
his recovery is just like, oh, I'm whooping your ass. Oh, boop, boop, now you're dead.
I used to have that problem with the Belmonts until they could whip onto the side.
Yeah,
of the
you gotta really be with that character for a minute. Like a lot of the Ike, Lucina, Marth, Pitt, to me it was, and Byleth, to me they were easy to pick up. But like Sephiroth, he's you can leave in 2 seconds, or you could kill someone in 2 seconds. But other than that, those are the only games I'm playing.
You can put it to the test July 2nd. Smash Fridays.
I don't know if
coming back.
Sephiroth.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put a tweet. I'm gonna put that tweet out.
I haven't played that.
Just to remind
I haven't
y'all.
played. Man, people are gonna be very upset when I return.
Yeah, I know.
They'll be very
When you and
upset.
Turbo come back, people gonna be
They'll be
mad.
very upset.
Hell yeah, man.
Very
I can go
upset.
through mine. I did. So, all right. I mean, Virtua Fighter 5. I mean, where you said.
Yeah.
It's entertaining. It's fun. Just go back and
It
watch
is.
that. It's
Virtua
great.
Fighter.
It's
Every
Nah,
time-
the
no.
stream is down. The stream is down. It's no longer
in the
listed.
Discord, it's always
It
on.
It makes
Throwback
me
Thursday.
want to.
No
To be
longer
honest, it
listed.
makes me want to play it. It looks.
It's
I miss
good.
playing that.
No,
game.
dude, it's good. You'll have a good time.
I love Akira.
Just
and the counters.
yeah, just go through the tutorials with your preferred character.
Akira all day.
I gotta put that link in the Discord though.
No, you don't.
Yeah, definitely, it'll be there. It'll be
No,
there.
no,
Everybody
no,
go sign up. But all right, Throwback Thursday. I played Sega Master System, as you know, it's Sega Master System month. I played, in Samurai. We had Lightsaber Samurai as a guest, so in that fashion, I played all the ninja games and samurai games for the Sega Master System.
I think I saw some of that actually.
And I played Shinobi, which is a standout on the Sega Master System. I still love that game more than the
Still good.
arcade.
You really like it
more
better
than the
than
arcade?
arcade? Wow.
Because I hate the arcade because you get hit once you die.
Because
It's terrible.
How did you do?
I got pretty damn far. Pretty far. And not the first
That's a
playthrough.
tough
I got up to the
game.
stupid boss with the statues that stack, and then I always got caught on the very last one.
That's an annoying boss.
Always got to the very last one. He's like, then game over.
Fuck
Oh, the stacked one?
Yeah, I don't like that.
You gotta go in
boss.
the corner and keep.
Yeah, you got to have the right weapon though.
Oh my
But-
gosh.
Yikes.
The
gun,
bullets.
The gun shit. Yeah.
I didn't have the gun in that game. I didn't
yeah.
even think I had knives and stuff. But I almost did the first try, and then I fucked up and game over. And then I went to play. I was like, all right, there's Considine, but I didn't go straight to that. I played the Ninja, and you know how much I hate
Oh,
the
that's
Ninja.
tough
that's
too.
The Ninja is a rough game to play.
Oh
That's a
my
terrible game.
God.
I read-
I
That's a
watched you
terrible
die on
game.
some funny shit. Oh, dude, I was dying. Yes, I saw a couple of stages.
It takes a little bit to get used to how to play that because it's at a slant, and you shoot
Yes.
you shoot your weapon. You can strafe with it too, or strafe. You can strafe with your ninja stars too.
That
and
helps.
I didn't figure that out as a kid. I didn't know what that meant to just go straight.
I don't think I realized that. Wait, did someone turn? That's creepy. My Martha's turned He wasn't looking at me before. That's weird. I'm sorry. Go.
So
That just freaked me out, dude. He was not like that before. He just turned around.
It's a
looked at me.
ghost, man. It's a
But
ghost.
I was never used to playing that game good. So I actually took it in stride and said, okay, let me try and play this. And it's still a rough game. Those games are hard to play.
Sega Master System has some tough.
But I remember reading a review online that said it was like the arcade version was incredible. And I was like, this is the same game. You play as a girl, as a chick ninja, but I was like, this is the same game. And I thought this game was trash. And these guys are saying this is like one of the standout games of the 80s or 90s, whatever, 80s when it came out. And I was like, no. Did I miss something? This game can't be good to anyone.
This game can't be good to anything.
Damn.
But I tried it, because it was a ninja night. So Ninja Night.
Ninja Night.
But I played it. It was all right. I think I made it the farthest. I was on like
You got the stage 3 or
on
4 or
Mars.
something,
I
right?
think it was like the fourth stage. I
Yo,
think.
that shit was you were like some, and it killed you mad fast. He
Yeah,
popped
so
out and just gutted you.
And then there's I don't know any continue code, so when it's game over, it's game over.
That's
You
it.
start from the beginning. I was like, all right. I did better than I thought.
Fuck that game.
Wow.
And then I played Kung Fu Kid, which I didn't know was like
That's on the Master System.
Kung Fu Kid.
mhm.
Was
Wow.
it a Master System?
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was a sequel to. Is it a sequel to Kung Fu? You would think so.
Really?
It's
Kung
called
Fu Kid? I never even heard of that.
Kid
What?
Nicky.
No, Vigilante was a sequel to Kung Fu.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that either. I just found that out like last.
Now it
last
makes
year.
sense. Now I think about it because the
Yeah.
characters look
And
very
they just
close.
grab you. They
Yeah,
just grab you
no,
and die.
actually that makes complete sense. Wow.
But Kung Fu Kid, no relation to Kung Fu. Okay, but
No relation.
it reminded me of Black Belt, which I played the week before. Otherwise, I would have played
Oh,
it
man.
again. It actually did remind me. And I was like, why did I think this was so bad as a kid? It wasn't that bad.
Black Belt.
It wasn't that bad.
I don't have good memories.
Those
of
games
that.
are torture. No, they're all torture, dude.
The
I don't
boss
have
fight.
good
Listen,
memories of
the
that.
boss fights in Black Belt were better than Kung
Yeah.
Fu Kid, but the game itself was pretty similar.
Wow.
I was like, all right.
Wow.
But the
I
boss
hate it.
battles were worse.
They were smaller and they cheated. I got the boys just cheat. I was like, I'm
Oh.
done. I'm not even trying to learn this thing.
Black
Just
Belt.
touch it. They just run.
Their
into you and
hitboxes
you're dead.
were all fucked up.
Yeah,
in
they
those
just
games.
touch you,
They're
you're
all
dead.
fucked up.
That's
man.
early programming.
Yeah, it's all fucked up.
And then I played Considine, and the chat was asking for it. I was like, all right, y'all gotta chill. I'm gonna get to Considine, don't worry. And I used to beat Considine on one life as a kid. I was like, dude, this game
remember that,
is
yeah.
hard. But I didn't remember it like that. But I remember some secret parts. I got up to the statue and pushed up, and I was like, oh, I went
you
through the
remember
wall.
that?
Yeah, I was like, I don't
It's
know
fascinating to see the things you will remember.
how. Yeah, and it's like 30-something years ago. I'm like, all right. But I got pretty far in it. It's a rough game.
still tough.
I was playing a ROM, y'all. So the second stage was all jumbled up. I was like, yo, this is
Oh,
messed
man.
up.
Oh, it's a hot.
That's a
oh,
bad- that's a
man.
mess.
So then I played the Japanese one. I was like, let me see if this works. And it worked. So I never played that when he had different color hair. It was crazy. But the game is still cool. It's a definite standout that nobody really talks about or knows about. So if you didn't see it, join the Discord. You missed it. It's 48 hours. It's up live. But after that, it's on the Discord. But and then, that was that night. And to play something new, I was playing Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah. And that game's been taking my life. Like hours upon hours upon hours. I put
yeah.
I had a day off. I was like, yo, listen, I'm going to put in the whole day. I'm going to do the whole day on this game. I put in like 9 hours.
Barely a day.
And I don't play games for 9 hours anymore. I put in 9 hours that day.
Wow.
And I was like,
Scaring me, man.
15%.
Scaring me. No, that's scaring me, man.
Nah,
I don't like that
because
shit.
not for nothing. Like
Come on.
It's
the thing
crazy.
is, once you get fast travel, you don't want to use it because the scenery's so great.
No, it's beautiful.
Really?
To me, it
beautiful.
strikes me. It gives me the Red Dead 2
That
vibe,
shit-
where it's
yeah,
like you're blown
yeah.
away by remember I'm on the horse. I'm
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
You don't
I
wanna-
feel
you
like
just
I'm
wanna
in.
look.
I feel
Yeah.
like I'm in the forest and shit.
You do one
How many
mission, it's like
times?
1%.
Yeah.
How many times have I told you while I'm walking around, look at the sun go through the trees? Like I'd stop
Yeah.
and I'd just look at
No,
it.
they're
Yep.
beautiful
Wow.
games. They're
Yep.
beautiful games. They're beautiful
And like
games.
look at the moon on the water. And I'm like,
But the
dude,
thing
this is
about
crazy.
those two games, Red Dead
They're
and
huge.
that, it puts you in.
You are them.
No,
Yeah,
You're-
no, you're playing that role.
As far as
you are a
immersed-
cowboy, you are a samurai.
You're
and-
immersed.
and it's
You're immersed in the game.
that's
Dude, I was
world.
hopping off my horse, stabbing people in the head. Like, it's
Oh.
crazy.
No, you
stuff.
are immersed.
Fantastic.
yeah. It's,
That's
I
not
killed
samurai-like.
my horse by accident, and I
ain't
felt
worried
bad.
about that.
I killed my horse
no,
by
you
accident. I was
it's a
like,
different gaming
whoop.
type of experience. It's a really
No, it's
But
Yeah.
listen, the how big? I looked at the map, right?
Jesus.
And after all this time, I was literally doing side missions for the entire 9 hours. I did one. I think two. I did 2 regular missions, and I was like, all right, listen, I'm gonna go to the goal areas. I think those are the real story. And then I said, but what's that question mark?
Exactly.
It's right there. It's right in the fog. I can just walk right over here and go there. And then I'm like, but what's that red dot there? Let me check that. Let me check that. And I was like, I'm getting powerful. Like, listen, I'm learning how to play. And the fact that you switch how you fight based on who you're
Stances?
fighting.
Yeah.
And you could do that
That's
on the
cool.
fly.
That's
Like
cool.
I was
Yes,
learning,
sir.
I was like, dude, I just hit the button and you're in it. Like you don't question your joystick movements anymore.
Nope.
And I was like, I thought I was gonna be confused when they gave me all that. You know, in Devil May Cry, when they give you like, oh, you can switch your weapons while you're fighting and all that. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm
when
not
you're,
gonna
when you're
bother.
Dante.
Oh, I don't fuck with that.
I'm not gonna
I
bother.
never
The thing
fuck
it does-
with that.
You can do it and it looks exquisite.
Of
But
course.
I'm like, I'm not gonna.
But
do
it
that
throws me
shit.
when I'm Dante. It throws me off because
Exactly.
I'm not used to using that with the other two characters
Yeah.
that you use in Devil May Cry.
But I
That's
thought
the
the
problem.
stances were gonna be like that, and I was like, no, I'm switching right in between my combos.
Yeah,
And I'm just popping out crazy shit.
It's so.
And then I looked at the
smooth,
map, and I was like,
seamless.
dude, there's a whole other part of the map.
You're down here.
I didn't even see.
This whole area
and it's
is
the bigger
like-
part of the map.
It's overwhelming looking at. But
Unless that
It's
that
crazy.
new part of the map has one castle, I think the game is mad big.
That's crazy, man.
I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna play it eventually, but I gotta take
Me
my time
too.
on that. That's a.
And the backlog is
2022, I'm gonna
sick.
play it.
Probably, no,
PS5.
probably,
Listen,
probably.
I got near Replicant, and I haven't even opened it yet.
Is that a
It's
a prequel? Prequel, right?
It's
Okay.
Yeah, and it's done in the vein of near. the
He
newer.
put over 70 hours into it. Goes, yeah, it's
crazy.
exactly what I'm
Mundane
afraid
designs.
of.
and then I got Ratchet and Clank for PS5.
So
and I didn't
Ratchet.
and I played it for like an hour.
So ratchet.
Listen, I got to play that. That's astounding too. But there's so many, and I'm still playing
Astral
Chain.
Chain.
No, let me get to
You're
it.
not playing Astral Chain.
Still playing Astral Chain.
Played it?
But Astral Chain is
Still playing
Astral Chain's
Astral
like
Chain.
18 hours.
Yeah. I put in
yeah,
like I'm like
18,
a good
20.
six to seven in there.
That's hard to get
like I
sidetracked.
put time in. I'm still playing.
But I think you're in a dangerous spot because you're all
Yes.
playing games that are like
Too many.
different play mechanics.
Yeah.
And Astral Chain,
Yeah.
you have to
I have
really
to learn.
learn.
That's
Yeah,
my thing.
You have to
it's gonna
dedicate-
it's gonna fuck up your experience if
Yes.
you juggle too
The
much.
you gotta
controls are so
relearn.
unique.
Yeah.
The controls are so unique
Very
in
unique.
Astral Chain and
You
how
have
you
to
fight.
relearn.
You have to like
Gel.
immerse yourself
Yeah, you
directly
really do.
into just
That
that.
has to be the only game.
That's
you're
why
playing.
like I stopped playing Nier for like maybe 4 days. I didn't play anything else, but when I came back, I didn't know how to play anymore. I said you can't when you play a game that has like combat mechanics that are different. You have to just keep playing that till it's done.
That's what I
Like,
felt
it's
like
gonna
in
fuck
Ghost.
you up.
That's
Yeah.
what I felt like in Ghost. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to play this anymore.
Yeah,
And then I was like, nah. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. You
Yeah,
can't touch me now.
It's-
I am the man.
that's
Yo,
why
the
I
standoffs
I
are
stop
so
at
ill in
one.
that
I
game.
stop at one.
I thought the
all
button
the
wasn't working
'Cause
for
you
a
get
few. I'm like,
sidetracked.
dude, I was
Yeah.
holding that
Get
down.
side- it's easy to get sidetracked.
It's so easy, dude.
It's easy to get sidetracked.
There's so
But
many games
I
I want to
get it.
start, but I
I'm
can't.
determined. I'm determined to get through it. Like, because I gave it a long time, a long break. Even though I was enjoying the hell out of it, I gave it a long break, and I'm trying to really just. I'm going to finish this game, and there's a couple, but that's it for this week.
Yeah, mundane designs. I keep forgetting there's a 2-player mode in Astral Chain.
there is.
I
Oh,
forgot
there is.
about that. There is
I
a
don't-
2-player mode.
well, you-
And
Is
I,
it like Mario though?
You play the Legion.
I think you
You
play the
control
Legion.
the Legion, and then the
Maybe that'll
main
help me
character.
play.
But I say that might help you out.
Actually, that actually kind of sounds cool.
I would be open to trying that out
Yeah.
to see how that is. It could be pretty.
So you probably have to
fucking
learn
fun.
all over.
You want to try it?
I would try it out.
We'll try it, man.
I'll
Nah,
try.
y'all
We're the
already
only
played it.
ones
Y'all
that
already
beat
played
it.
it. Y'all
We're
already
the only
played
ones that fucking beat it.
Relax over there. What have you been playing?
All right. No, I've only been playing 2 games.
What?
Yeah.
Where are you and what have you done with Al?
This is a lie. y'all.
Yeah.
He's
No.
lying
And
to
guess
all
what?
y'all.
Even better, I beat one of them.
Now he's really lying.
Yeah, man.
Really.
Shadow Dragon is beaten.
Shadow Dragon.
Oh,
What is that
wow.
again?
Fire Emblem.
Fire Emblem, man.
Oh, you didn't say Fire. I'm thinking of the one with
Shadow-
the fucking
Fire
the
Emblem
golden
Shadow Dragon.
the golden slug.
Oh, man.
I was thinking of that game. I'm like, wait, why did you play that? Yeah.
No.
Shadow
I
Dragon.
You finally beat it.
I finally beat it. Yes, I finally beat it.
Are you-
I was only like 5 battles into the end,
Are you ready?
and yeah, I'm ready for Path of Radiance. Right?
Are you ready?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so Path of Radiance is the next game I'm gonna go
Dude,
to.
I'm so excited for him to play Path of Radiance, dude.
Yeah, for the GameCube. Yeah, that's it.
Are you
It was
ready?
actually pretty good. I enjoyed the last battle was good. The thing is, I checked out with the story like halfway through the
That's
game.
that game. Yep, that's you didn't really care. You don't really
it
care.
didn't really matter. It was just like the story was just filler. The gameplay
It was default.
yeah,
was a default story.
It was all filler. Like because you
Default.
got
The
characters.
story is very default. Yeah.
You got characters for no reason.
You got characters for no reason that just join your fucking party, and it's like I don't have a need to even remember your name. I don't even need
so
to
now
know
you
your
get
name.
to play
So
the real
it's-
game.
Hey, you
Now
guys
you
are
get-
But
cool.
but
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna
battles
fight
were
on your
good.
side.
The battles were.
But now you got the
That's kinda how it
foundation
is.
down.
Huh?
You got the foundation of how it plays.
You
now.
got
Yes,
used to
no,
it,
no, I
and
got
now you
used
get
to
to
it,
see the
yes.
improvements.
Yes.
And if when you really enjoy Path of
Yes.
Radiance and you go to Radiant Dawn, your head's gonna be like,
Okay. No, that's good. I
And
can't
now,
wait.
And now you can talk about Bejeweled.
And yes, and I also played Bejeweled. No, man, I didn't play Bejeweled. No, I actually played a game that I didn't even know existed, and I'm sure a lot of people didn't know out there. didn't know existed. Unless you live in Japan, you would know.
Metal Tetris.
I played Sega Tetris for Tetris Tuesday.
That was
for the
Sega
arcade.
Tetris?
Sega Tetris was the game I played for Tetris Tuesday, and I had to play it the authentic way
Oh, jeez.
with an arcade fight stick.
That's not good.
Yes.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
That's
And
not good.
He learned
it
a
was-
lesson.
And it was the toughest thing.
You can't play Tetris.
It was
with that.
and I forced myself to. It was like,
I saw you
want-
struggling at the
I
top.
wanted to like get a controller so bad. I'm like, nope, I got to do it the authentic way. This is the way it was intended. It was only ported one time for the Japanese Dreamcast. That's why nobody's ever heard of it unless you live in Japan. That's the only way you're gonna hear of it.
Wow.
And that game I haven't played either, but
They had such loud metal clanks. It was killing me.
it was
When
weird.
you drop it, it's like
a
clink,
weird.
clink.
All
I was
right.
like, they're supposed to be light.
So the thing with Tetris, every iteration of Tetris, every single iteration of Tetris has something unique about it. Like
Look
some,
interesting.
some interesting like thing that they add to it. Obviously, this one was 3D.
the jackpot.
It was like a 3D plane, right? But doesn't really matter because it's Tetris, whatever. But what was
2.5D.
interesting about it was that it had a slot
Roulette.
machine,
Roulette.
Oh yeah, that was
like
weird.
a slot
yeah.
machine thing, and I was
And they had a
trying-
monkey.
And
well,
the
he's like the
monkey.
mascot.
I'll tell you about the monkey.
Which is cool. It was a cool mascot. But the slot machine thing was actually a cool addition to it because like if you got a one line, that was a strawberry I think it was, and
Well, you
then
get
got
one
the
of each. You
cherry.
gotta get three.
Right,
in a row.
but that's in your move. Now the thing that sucked about it was that there was no hold.
No.
So it's old school Tetris. It's like
Plus, you had
can't
this
hold.
controller.
And well,
It
that
destroyed
too,
you.
which was fine in the early parts, but when it started going fast,
Mm-hmm.
and then at once it got to the halfway point, it was tough to like rotate the pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Once it got to the halfway point, I was like, it was I'm hitting the button and it's not turning at all. I'm like,
I saw you playing like me. I was like, damn, that ain't out.
dude, this is bad. I think 300 lines was like the I guess the ending of the game, and
Right.
the highest I got was 72 lines. That was like the most I could get.
Nah, that
Tough
looked,
and I
game.
tried to get
looked
more.
painful.
It
That
was
looked
like,
like a
I'm
tough
like
game.
Trying
no.
to play with a fight stick just doesn't make sense to me when
I-
it comes to Tetris.
No.
You know
Unless
what?
it's a versus.
Surprisingly, it is intuitive because it's only two buttons to rotate left and right, and then it's just.
Isn't it always?
it's just
left and
moving
right
the
and up.
pieces look like it's a.
However,
chunky. It was
one thing, and I'm probably gonna stream it again because one thing that I thought about in midstream was this has I have an octagonal restrictor plate, which
Just
is
the
the
sound.
it goes 8 ways.
It's a bat wing.
So you hear that? You hear those clicks?
Yeah.
There's 8 of them, right?
The clicks.
This originally came stock with a four corners, right? That's
That would suck.
that's what you would need for Tetris because you only move left, right, up, and down.
Yeah.
So that
So
makes
there's
sense.
extra movement that's not necessary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of. If you watch the stream, I was doing a lot of misdrops, and I was because of
Eight
directions.
ways.
the 8-way direction.
Excuses.
The clicker.
Damn.
If you're playing a fighting game, it works. But if you're playing something like Tetris, you have to switch. But yeah, I'll have to go back to the original.
The
Yeah.
snap.
But no, yeah. Oh, actually, I haven't even tried that either. The hitbox. That would be dope.
Joel, you do have us
That
on
would
the
be dope.
stream hours, 8 hours. We ain't streaming.
Yeah, I
that.
see. I see.
Yeah, man.
8 hours. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
8 hours. Yo, they
Dude,
wild.
you know what? I would love to do an 8-hour stream, man. I would
Dude,
love
if,
to do
if,
that.
it's,
What?
if it's all of us,
Tetris.
then yeah, we could do that.
I'll do a marathon Tetris.
we
Marathon.
gotta do.
We gotta do it for charity, Media Glitch.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
do like a. I think Night Squad would be a dope game to do that because I think you could do.
We have to have an hour block for each versus game. I think we should do something.
Yeah,
like
we
that.
could do something like that.
Oh, we could do that.
We could do like a Street Fighter thing, which I think we got.
Oh, y'all don't want none of that.
Mortal Kombat, they got.
They don't want none of that.
They ain't doing no Smash.
Actually,
Brothers.
Mortal Kombat now, y'all can have that.
Y'all got Mortal Kombat
They
on.
ain't trying to play Dragon Ball.
They ain't playing no Dragon Ball. They ain't playing
Dude,
no
I would,
Smash
I would
Brothers.
stand my own in Mortal Kombat too, though. I would like.
Depends
to
on the
try
Mortal Kombat
No,
game.
dude, play
Yeah.
play Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, Mortal
Take your
Kombat 11
mechanics
is
to
fire.
it.
No,
It's
no,
awesome. He said
that. I've seen them play Mortal Kombat 11. No.
I could play Tekken.
They got me in that. I got me in that.
Who plays Tekken?
Tekken, I race a rock Tekken, dude.
They probably
I'll
play
play
Tekken.
Tekken.
I
I'll
think
play
they play
Tekken.
Tekken, right?
I'll play him in Tekken.
Virtua
I'm not that
Fighter.
good, but
I'll
I'll
play
play.
Dude, I
Bird
beat somebody
Fight.
in 2 seconds in Tekken for both rounds. He was talking mad shit. I was Paul. He got
Oh,
ran
Paul.
over.
You know,
He
Jay
got
knows
punched and
he
ran
knows
over.
the cheesy moves.
Nah, it was hilarious because he was talking mad shit.
Brian
And I was like,
Fury,
come on. Dude, it was 97 seconds left on the clock. and he was dead. And then the next round, 97 seconds left on the clock, and he was dead.
Oh, Jay.
And he
That's
threw the
crazy.
controller down and walked out. I
Jay,
was like,
Joel's favorite is Mortal Kombat 2.
yes.
That sounds like a good matchup right there.
Oh, I
That's a
gotta
good match.
brush up. I
There we
gotta
go.
brush up.
Yeah,
Yes, let's do that.
That's a hell yeah.
All
do
right,
that.
all right.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Raiden. Let's do
Well,
that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Actually, Katana too.
Katana.
Mortal Kombat 11, Katana's crazy.
Mortal Kombat.
No. Enough with this Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 11, you gotta get in that.
Does
thing.
anyone
All
pick
right.
Arnold? Anyone pick
All
Arnold?
right, guys.
I picked Arnold.
You picked Arnold?
He's not bad.
I,
with the grenade launcher. But he didn't get to the chopper. He didn't
Well-
go.
Stop that.
Stop what? What am I stopping?
no, you said stop.
Everybody out
Stop
there.
it now. Stop it.
You're
Stop
stopping.
it.
Yes,
Stop it.
exactly. Stop
End
it.
the show now.
Exactly. Stop
End
it.
it now.
Stop.
Get to the chopper.
Do it. Do it now. Get to the
Stop.
chopper.
See what y'all made me do.
Subscribe, everybody. If you haven't done it,
Nah. We just
hit
lost
that like.
news.
Hit
Hit
that
the
like
like
button.
button, y'all.
Share the videos. You know it helps us out. Do it.
Tell
do
your
it to help
friends.
us.
Tell
Spread the
people who don't know,
word.
tell
Spread the
people who don't know.
love. All that good stuff, man. Follow us on all the social media. We on that, especially Discord. Yeah, man.
Follow that. The link is in Twitter.
Oh yeah.
And the
All-
Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
On the Twitter.
It's, in,
Twitter.
it's posted on the
Oh
Twitter.
yeah. The
On
link
the
is
Twitter.
the link is on the screen. The link is on the screen.
Bang, bang. Chicken wing.
Yeah. So
What you got
let's
going
go
for the
through
month?
this schedule. Let's
is a-
go through this schedule. Ready?
What we got?
Hell
What we
yeah.
got? What we got?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
If you don't know, now you know.
First Monday of every month. We got the Indie eShop recap where we do reactions, live reactions with the audience of all the indie game trailers in the eShop. You don't want to miss it next month, I should say.
You can check it out this month too.
But,
We did it.
Yeah,
up.
and you never know who's going to be in the chat. You never know who's going to be watching. It could be the developers. It could be the developers. It could be you.
Could be you.
Don't miss it.
It could be you.
7 p.m. Eastern Time. Tetris Tuesday. I still don't know what I'm going to play.
Tetris.
Tetris, perhaps. Actually, Bejeweled sounds like a good idea.
Bejeweled?
Yeah, it's a puzzle game.
I Puzzle Bobble. I played
What about
before that.
Hex?
Actually, what's the?
What about Hex
No, this is
in
actually-
HD?
Oh, jeez.
I actually went through a list of.
That was free on Xbox One.
Yeah.
Or
I went,
Xbox.
I went through a list of Tetris games that I haven't streamed yet,
Mm-hmm.
and there's about 35 games that I haven't even streamed yet.
So you got a whole year.
So yeah, pretty much, I have a whole year to
You have
know.
infinite shit.
Oh yeah, and of course, the first Tuesday of every month I do the Tetris 99 challenge, but I'm gonna change it this month though.
Uh-oh.
The next month is gonna be
Oh no.
Tetris Effect Connected,
Oh yeah.
and I'm gonna play online.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, I'm
As
gonna
long as
play
it's not
online.
Puyo Puyo 2. Watch out.
No,
Ooh, they own that.
Ooh, I
They're like,
know.
don't you ever come back.
They kicked you out.
Japan is the only
They said, "Don't ever play this again."
Japan is the only
don't.
country that plays that.
Got it
game.
on lock.
I'm probably the only American that plays that game.
You got the whole country on your back, man. You got the
Yeah.
whole country on your back. in
I
that.
really, I'm like, oh shit. I
They
gotta
get an
represent-
alert when he signs on. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Who wants him?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want him? I'll think about.
I gotta
Stop
represent
the madness.
I gotta represent the U.S. man.
Let's get him out of here. Oh shit! I forgot about Peter Cat. Peter Cat in the chat.
Oh,
Cat.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Of course, you guys are watching it. It's the video game podcast that we do every Wednesday,
That's right.
7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Sometimes later. Sometimes on time.
Wait.
Sometimes we have technical difficulties.
Who do we have for next week?
I saw him in the chat actually.
He's in the chat somewhere.
He's in
Oh
the chat.
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were just talking with him.
I don't know. I don't know if he's still in the
Who
chat.
could it be
Who
now?
wants to say it? Turbo, you want to get off your phone and say
No,
your name?
no, man. No.
Nah, man. No.
You don't want to give it up, no?
No, I don't want
You
to
don't want to
give
stop
up.
looking at your phone. All right.
I don't know. Was there a
Media
glitch?
glitch.
It might be a glitch.
Media
yeah.
glitch.
Joel from
Joe!
from
You
Media
can say
Glitch?
it, man.
Joe!
All
He's
right.
gonna be on the show next week.
Joel from Media
Yes.
Glitch is gonna be on the show.
That's right. Joel from Media Glitch will be our guest for next week's podcast.
And he's gonna tell us why he does not like God of War.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be newsworthy, man.
That's gonna be
gonna
fun.
be
That's the topic.
So everybody,
Reggie didn't like that either.
Really?
ready.
Yeah.
Really?
Reggie
Well,
doesn't-
Reggie's gonna tell us why he didn't like God of War 2.
I think it's the beard. The beard on Kratos probably was just too much of a switch for him.
Well, Reggie doesn't like Street Fighter anymore. I don't know why.
Oh,
Damn.
I heard he never picks Bison anymore.
he got retired.
Damn.
I wonder if it's because Kratos is a father.
He said he plays a little different. He said he plays a little different. He doesn't want to pick him anymore.
Oh, man.
Damn.
And then, of course, what do we got after that? We got Throwback Thursdays with who?
Oh, me.
Me. Oh, me. Who the hell's me?
And it's the Sega Master System month, so
Yeah, sticks.
this is the last week you're gonna be doing this, right?
No. Still continuing. It's going on until I say so.
Oh, man.
So it's gonna be the year.
Now listen,
Sega
listen.
Master System year.
Now listen. I'll tell you what I'm playing.
Okay.
Alex Kidd, the new one.
Can't.
You can.
No, it comes out on 29th.
No, it comes out. It came out yesterday, dude. We
No,
went over this.
It's not out.
It's out.
Pre-order.
The physical.
I bought it
the
physical.
Well, you fucked up then.
I'm not buying it digital and physical.
You just let down everybody in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
man.
wrong with buying a game twice?
Yeah.
I bought it.
Yeah.
Just curious.
I bought
Yeah,
it twice.
forced it to
Look, I held onto the receipt and didn't open it.
I had to do that, man. I had to buy the
But
games.
I would have liked to have played Alex Kidd, the DX version, the new one, because I already played Alex Kidd in Miracle World on my stream before. But maybe in honor, listen, I want to play the new one, and I really wanted to have it at the end of the month. So it might go on. I might have to play Switch next month. Just play old school remakes that are on the Switch.
It still
Which is
counts.
passable.
It's still a throwback.
passable.
It's still a
Yeah,
throwback.
Parents a remake. Looks good.
Yeah.
Like,
just
yo.
so I can
Throwback.
listen.
Still
Just,
throwback.
it's
or,
still a
you know,
throwback, I guess.
yeah, I might have to play the Wonder Boy remakes. You know,
He said Street Fighter 5 is
it's
lame.
like Street Fighter 5 is like
Wow.
Gotta
Five
say
is
that.
great. But listen, so I was gonna do that at the end of this month, but I can't. So I'm gonna play my random Sega Master System games again.
Okay.
I gotta pick out some. Maybe I'll do some
Bring
racing.
back Alf.
No, I'm gonna do Outrun.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna do Outrun.
Yo,
No,
y'all
Outrun,
wanna,
yeah.
actually, y'all want to try and do Power Stone one night?
It's
Not-
all
not
set
on my
up
night.
It's up
on your fighter
Wow.
on your fighters night. Yeah, we could do that.
It's still a
Yo,
throwback, though.
you know what? Though we haven't
still a
done.
Not on my
fighter.
night.
We haven't.
That ain't Sega Master System. You gotta pick the right time.
No, Chuck, that's
Well, you could
Power
do it-
Stone's still a fighter game.
Pi-
No,
fi-
you
Yeah,
know
I know.
it's
It's a real
no,
fighter. So it's
Power
fighter?
Stone can be on a Fighter Fridays.
I'm
if you
down.
wanna
I know.
do that.
I'm down on a Friday. I'm down on a Friday.
I like how or
But I already did Dreamcast last month, so
Stream
you gotta wait. You gotta wait your turn.
You gotta wait your turn.
Unless it's a Fighter Fridays, then we can do it.
And then we got Fighter Fridays.
Yeah, Fighter Fridays. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
I fight people.
What
On
you playing-
Fridays.
What are you playing this Friday?
I lose a lot,
No, you don't. You
but then I win a lot.
You playing?
I'm
Guilty
playing Guilty Gear Strive on
50-50
Friday.
booking on Friday.
So if anyone wants to come get the smoke, by all means, the smoking section is open.
That's right.
Oh,
Come
shit.
see me.
There's smoking sections?
Yeah,
The
does that
smoking
exist?
section.
That's been gone.
That's
It's
right,
open.
baby.
I'll
in this
bring the
country.
ganja.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm still learning how to play the game, and it's super fun, and it looks amazing.
I love
looks
watching
amazing.
it. Love watching
That's
it.
right. Be on the lookout for the first Friday next month.
Yeah.
Me and Turbo return back to Smash.
July, I believe that's July 2nd.
That's right. To make all y'all miserable.
July 2nd.
Elites gonna eat.
Yo, Chuck, I want to
Please
see you
don't.
play. I really want to see you play the King of Fighters series, man. That is like the.
Is there a new one that's out so I can play
Not yet.
people online?
Not yet.
I have.
It's coming.
All right.
But
We'll-
is there
we'll
one,
talk after. We'll
is there
talk
one
after.
out that
I
is
do want
there
to
one
see you
new?
fight
I
the
ha-
cheapest computers ever.
No.
I need you to fight a boss
I
from
have.
SNK. I need to see this live.
Just
I
use
have,
the iCarry
I have
words.
an emulator that can do all that stuff, and I can lend it to you. It's
There's a
easy.
new one
HDMI.
coming. There's a new
I
one
got
coming
you.
at the end of the year.
Really?
I got it. I got it already
All
set
that.
up. With all the
You
games.
don't have the new one.
No, when a new one comes out, I will absolutely play King of Fighters. Absolutely.
But I do want
You're
to see you
not
play.
getting that.
I want to see you play some SNK bosses though. I want
Okay.
to see the agony. It's
I
agony.
played Geese Howard.
Well, even when a new one comes out, you still have
played-
to wait for the developers and all that to make the.
I played that Geese Howard.
I just want to see him like fight those hard.
And
they're,
I played
they're bad. They're
oh, yeah.
bad.
No, I remember. And I played the Boss of Samurai Showdown, the first one.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Cheater. Complete cheater.
That's how you know it's an SNK game.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah.
Now you can. I think there's crossplay enabled for
Is it?
Guilty Gear Strive.
got
I mean,
Xbox? You
it
got
wouldn't make
Xbox?
sense. Huh?
You got an Xbox?
Guilty Gear?
Yeah.
No, it's not out for that. It's
It's only on PS5.
Yeah, it's only a
PS5, man.
PlayStation exclusive.
Okay.
It's out on PS4 and PS5. Now.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't have a PS5 because I can't get my hands on it.
No. Knowledge you don't have.
Yo, what is wrong with you? And then
Anyway.
Friday, July 2nd is Smash Friday's return, and the return of Turbo and Stallion
Elites gonna eat.
to the arena.
Elites gonna eat. We hungry.
Yeah, Elite's gonna eat.
Yep.
You heard it here first, guys.
They
Hell
will
yeah.
beat you with their feet, jump kicks, and all that.
Oh man.
Bars.
Oh jeez.
Nah, I had to switch it up because you know
Bars.
I'm trying to go to a bar right now.
I could have said something completely different.
Me too. I'm trying to go to a bar. So that being said, thank you so much, everybody in the chat. You guys are awesome as
Appreciate you guys.
always. you guys are very chatty, and we love that. We
Chatty
love that about you
catties.
guys.
Chatty catties. You're a bunch of chatty cats.
Once again, man,
Shout out to
hit
the chat, though.
Hit,
Thank you.
hit that thumbs up button. It
Oh,
really
yeah.
does help us out. Subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, spread the word, man.
Absolute.
We
Yeah,
appreciate
Like
you.
vodka.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see y'all next Wednesday when we talk to Joel about God of War.
Yes. You
Same
guys,
time.
you
Be
guys,
there.
you guys rock. Thank you so much.
Later.
Hey.
Peace.